hit start.
Alright, I think we're live, but I gotta make sure. So starting. Your audience will see it in a moment. Get ready. We're live.
We're live?
On air.
We're live right now, dude?
Yeah, pause it. No point to have it up.
Yo, this is the Keepin a G Real podcast. We're live for the first time ever. With my co-host for the first time in a while, Hawkeye.
Yo.
And we're just here. We're getting ready. There's a big fight coming up, so we're going to do a breakdown of these fight cards. We got a lot of catching up to do. We got to talk about what's been going on in the MMA world recently. There's been a lot of fights that have happened. We haven't done a podcast in a while because we got different schedules, but anything new going on with Hawkeye? I'll tell you something new going on with Hawkeye. Hawkeye got accepted into the college he wanted to go to. He's going to be leaving this fall.
Yep.
He will be missed, but it's okay because we're all going to come up and throw bangers at his townhouse and just smack people and jump out his window and shit.
Yeah, it's not really that long either if you think about it. Like, you go from, like, end of August to beginning of December. And then if you live on campus, you have to come home, right?
You're going to have to come home during the summer and the winter break.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. It's not too
The other breaks are optional. We always have a ride. Until I fucking go to a nice school. Hopefully, if everything pans out. I think the grades will be good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Just hope.
you can get in a lot of schools. You just gotta have I don't know, letter of recommendation, stuff like that.
Yeah, hopefully I might be getting this internship.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, Frontelli's mom works at a psych ward. She runs a psych ward or whatever, and I've been talking to him about seeing if she could potentially hook me up with an internship working there, work with the loons.
She got a psychology degree too.
I don't know if she went to college or not, but she runs a psych ward. She manages a psych ward.
So it's more business part.
She's more of the business part, but I mean, if there's routine, clinical psychologists up there working with people that are mentally ill.
Right.
I mean, I want to be a clinician, but I don't want to work with people that are totally mentally ill. I don't want to work with psychos.
You can't really do anything for them.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those clinicians are just essentially studying with them. The amount of people that actually go that far and are able to be brought back are few and far between. Right. But I feel like if you intern with something at that deep of a level, I feel like that's got to look good on a resume.
It's because you're basically doing the job that
you're on the deep
they're gonna
end.
get hired. You're gonna get hired for anyway.
We're watching the basketball game here, the late night game. It's the Mavs. Dirk's money though. Oh, this is the Mavericks versus the Clippers. It's just weird that the Mavericks used to be one of the best teams in the league, and Dirk's old ass is still out here putting in work. He just clanked a fucking 2-pointer. The Clippers are 33-28. That's so wild. You can't name a fucking single dude on their team, especially if you don't watch NBA. I mean, who they got? Patrick Beverly. That's it.
Lou Williams scores 20-something off the bench.
Dude, look at Montrezl. He's so hyped. He's like, it's the only place I can get playing time. Yo,
he's nasty. I think he's nasty.
Yeah, he's nasty. He can play, but the problem is he can't shoot. You can only have him on the field throughout the meat of the game. They're sponsored by Bumble, man. Yo, that Bumble ain't doing shit for me, dog.
Is anyone even around here on those things?
Dude, there's tons of fucking people on there. And then I think it lies to you. It tells you have matches. Because it'll be like, you got a match. And then it's like, hit here to find your match. Although, no, I lied. Because a friend of mine liked my profile on Bumble as a joke and told me that she seen me on there. And then when I looked at my phone, it was like, you have a match, or like, you have someone that likes you. I hit on it, and it was her. So it definitely.
Right.
But the problem with Bumble is, get this, it's not like regular Tinder. Bumble makes it so the woman has to talk to you. You can match up with people, and you can hit like on people. They can hit like on you, but only a woman's allowed to initiate a conversation.
Bro? That's toxic.
It's all that toxic masculinity, dude. They don't want these dudes out here making choices, man. Takes two to tango.
Okay, I know Sweel's your boy and all that. No, I'm not saying anything mean, but I may seem like I'm about to say something crazy, but these Because they play Apex. Or no, you play Apex with them. But
I play with them on PlayStation.
did you hear his theory about the one guy that...
That's money.
Ooh,
Dude,
the one guy who has the toxic gas or whatever. It's like
my God,
he's the only white guy. Toxic. I'm like, dude, the internet is destroying people's brains.
What's the character's name?
Caustic, I think.
Caustic. I know everyone's out there playing that Apex. I mean, we're playing it too, but I have a friend.
Dude, it's like
who's like conspiracy theory guy, like fucking questions everything, and this motherfucker told me, how do we know if water's real one day? And I was like, really, dude? Fucking, he thinks caustic is supposed to represent the fucking patronizing white male.
He's the only white male character, supposedly, or something.
He goes, you ever notice how he talks about death all the time? I'm gonna start using that character just to use it. People say it's bad. Caustic fucked me up today. Those gas traps.
I haven't really been playing the game. Is he one of the people you have to buy or no?
He's one of the people you gotta buy. Supposedly he's the weakest one, but he fucked me up with those gas traps. I fucking jumped down in some room. Psst, gas traps are going
Can't get out.
Yeah, dude, I'm running in circles going. The worst though is when you run into what's his fucking face. The guy's using that fucking Mirage dude that looks like fucking Ricky Martin's cousin.
Oh, he's got the decoy or whatever.
Dude, we landed one time and there was 2 different teams. Each team had a Mirage on it. And at the same time, both dudes used their special.
7 dudes running around.
Dude, no. You could Mirage. Yeah, right. You're right. Mirage creates 6 guys, holograms of himself. So there's 14 Mirages running around, and I'm like shooting at everything that moves. I got fucked up that one too. We started out slow today and then started to play better, but oh well. But yeah, we're gonna break down these fights. If you pull that up, Hawkeye, we're gonna go back a little bit and we're gonna talk about some of the shit. Don't go any further, Spencer. Let's just start here. I don't want to keep going down because there'll be more shit we want to talk about. So T.J. Dillashaw, a little while back, Cejudo fought. I truly believe that they were gonna discard the division if T.J. Dillashaw lost, because Dana wouldn't say if they weren't or they're like, we'll see. I think that's kind of fucking shitty. There's a bunch of good flyweights. Why would they cancel a division?
Probably because no one watches it.
Probably
no one was watching when it was the best. He had the best fighter in that division.
Best fighter in the UFC for a while,
and no one watched then.
Did you watch what happened? Did you see what happened?
With the fight?
Do you think it was a late stoppage or no? Early stoppage, I mean. Did you see it?
Yeah, I seen it. I was watching it.
I would say now that I've watched it a bajillion times and people have cried about it enough, I would say it's an early stoppage, right?
I don't think it's...
But in the guise of a referee's view, yeah, that Euro step was nasty. Yo, Luka Doncic is the truth, dude. But if you look at it from a referee's point of view, you could see how the referee stopped that fight.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's not one that's like,
Dude, he got binked to the floor 3 times. And then everyone's like, yo, he was trying to defend himself. I don't care what anyone says. You grabbing a dude's ankle and just covering your head up is not defending yourself. That's not a defensive posture. He just grabbed at his ankle and just took a beating. One of those punches made his eyes roll. Like, you can't be mad at the referee for stopping that. I don't know what you think about it.
I don't think it's... it's a weird, I wouldn't call it early, but I would say it's a good stoppage kind of at the same time. I don't know. It's literally right in the middle.
Yeah, it's in the middle. Like, I could see how if a dude wanted to keep it going or if a dude wanted to stop it, but I don't know. Yo, Dirk's money. I don't know if they're gonna. You think they're gonna run it back to 135? I don't think they should.
We think they should not fight at all, or 125?
No, I think no, because I think their plan backfired. They sent T.J. Dillashaw down there to take Cejudo out. He got fucked up, got his ass beat, and he needs to shut up about it too. Like, we're not professional athletes, but you and I played sports forever. You gotta shut the fuck up about it after a while. Like, you fucking lost. Like, you lost. Well within the rules and the confines of that particular sport, you lost. And at some point, you got to stop bitching about it and move on. You still have your welterweight title. Or not your welterweight title. You still have your bantamweight title. Like, what are you complaining about? The reason why I say this is because I think Marlon, not only does he need to shut up about it, Marlon Moraes deserves that title shot. And I really want to see that fight. Do you see what he's been doing to people, dude?
No.
Dude, Marlon Moraes has been fucking kneeling, kicking people in the fucking face, submitting motherfuckers.
Is that 125?
135.
So you don't think Cejudo should...
WBC. What's that?
You don't think Cejudo should get a 35 fight then? Right away? Title fight, I mean. Because if they get rid of the division, he has to go 35.
Yes, if they get rid of the division, they need to run that fight back. If they don't get rid of the division, they need to do Marlon Moraes versus TJ Dillashaw. And I love that fight. I love that fight. Marlon Moraes is a dangerous fight for every dude in that weight class. So yeah, I think that if they do it, if they strip him and he moves up, they should do it. But what do you think about the friggin' Greg Hardy shit?
I didn't know that guy was plus 400. I would put some money on that guy.
Oh, the other dude was plus 400 to beat him? I didn't know that.
Greg Hardy was favorite, minus 600.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Greg Hardy's a favorite. I don't know. Trained so long.
People think he did it on purpose. I don't know.
Been around the fight game, like, I don't think he did it on purpose. He's inexperienced, charged up in the moment, had the fucking dude hurt, and the dude wasn't exactly, the dude was like playing the game.
Yeah.
The dude was playing the game a little bit, going down, coming back up, blasted him with a knee. I mean, I guess you have to disqualify him or whatnot, but people are like, he's done.
Yeah, no, Brendan Schaub, dude, holy crap.
It's fucking over. And you know what? I like Brendan Schaub as a person. I think he's funny, like when him and Brian get together and do their comedy shit and shit. But a lot of his takes on fucking fighting are fucking dumb.
I think he does it on purpose, though, or something.
You think so?
I don't know.
You think he's been fucking knocked out too many times? You think that's what it is? Because he says some wicked dumb shit about fighting.
I don't know.
Super dumb predictions. Makes these just super dumb connections. And how, like, if you're not Conor McGregor marketable, every fight's a bad fight.
Oh, yeah, he's not a draw.
He's not a draw. Or this person, it's a bad fight. He's not it's like, dude.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere.
It's like, what the fuck? It's like, I get it. You didn't like Dana White. And, like, I'm a Brendan Schaub fan. I thought he was a decent fighter. I thought he was a better fighter than a lot of people thought. If he could take a fucking punch.
Oh, yeah.
Brendan Schaub was beating almost every dude he fought except for Travis Brown until he got knocked out.
That's the only time
he was in almost all those fights except for the Travis Brown fight. So I think people shit on him about that, but yeah, I think Greg Hardy proved he could fight. That guy could fight. He throw some crisp punches. He's got to learn how to not get taken down. You would think a dude athletic would be decent at not getting taken down.
He can learn to sprawl, maybe. I mean, if he gets good at sprawling, I don't see how anyone's gonna get him down.
I mean, yeah, he's such
probably
a freak athlete.
most athletic guy.
Fast. He's already throwing good straight punches. He'll get some more fights. It'd
be cool.
But I disagree with another thing Schaub says about Greg Hardy. Yo, Greg Hardy's a freak. I heard that game sucks. Bad.
D keeps trying to give me the freaking buy.
No, dude, I've been told by people.
I played the little beta, dude. It was just like Destiny.
Dude, a couple of spots that I trust. One place was like, yo, Anthem is a $60 worth of open nothing. Like, there's nothing to do.
There's no world.
No, like, they made this big open world and barely do dick in it. Same thing with Mafia. But anyways, I disagree with Schaub when he's like, just because Job thinks like the elite athlete. He's like, I remember him saying some shit one time a while back. You take one of these high-end elite athletes, you train them, they're champ in 5 years. I'm like, I don't fucking believe that.
Yeah, they always say that.
I hate that shit.
James.
If LeBron James chained, he'd be the champ in 5 years. It's like, bull fucking shit. LeBron James would be champ for fucking 5 years when Kane fucking double legs him and fucking beats the shit out of him. Like, hello. I don't know where they're from. But yeah, so I think Greg Hardy will get a couple more fights. He has to. I mean, he's a famous guy.
Oh, he's definitely going to get more fights.
You know who I think the dark horse of that 155-pound division there is? That Gunnar Gillespie, bro. He'd been taking everyone. They gave him a lot of shit for his fight against Yancy Medeiros because he took Yancy down the whole time, and everyone wanted him to like stand up and bang. And he was nice about it. Gregor Gillespie's like, it's just what I know. He's like wrestling. He's a dangerous fighter. I respect him. So I was taking him down. But Gregor Gillespie's been beating a lot of guys. Everyone they put in front of him, he's beaten. Gregor Gillespie. Why am I calling him Gunner? Gunner Gillespie? Fuck it, same shit.
The Gift, you mean?
The Gift. Yo.
Oh, he's 13-0? Okay.
Yeah, look at him. He's undefeated. Do you think he's going to be one of those guys that dudes decide they don't want to fight? Because he's just going to take everybody down? That 55-pound division's a logjam, no?
Yeah.
55 has always been the best weight class forever. Except for at one time. At one point, 170 for like a year or so, 2 years, was the best weight class in the world. He's been beating everybody.
I think it's like probably because it's like an average, I feel like it's an average size
right.
of a person.
They're the two best divisions. 45's always been good too. Once they brought it to UFC.
Yeah, Jane. I'll talk about that later.
Go back a little bit to the other one where we were looking. Go down a little bit. Joseph Benavidez. Yo, so here's something interesting. Joseph Benavidez looked fucking phenomenal against Dustin Ortiz, who's a younger opponent by some years. I think Joby's 34. Dustin Ortiz is like 28 or some shit, right? Anyways.
You can't freaking...
Joby looked great against Dustin Ortiz. Joseph Benavidez deserves a title shot. So if they don't get rid of it... How old is he?
30.
Okay, so he's only a few years older than him. But Joseph Benavidez looked great. If they don't, that's the fight to make if they don't do Cejudo and Winaz.
Well, you just signed a four-fight
deal at flyweight. Looks like they're not getting rid of it.
In 2000, so he's done one fight on that contract at flyweight.
Yeah, I think that if they go 125, he deserves a title shot. He already beat Cejudo.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was so funny. Did you ever watch their season of The Ultimate Fighter?
No.
Oh, the fucking Henry Cejudo's such a fucking herb, dude. He's like, he goes, he turns to Henry Cejudo and goes, I think you say shit, he goes, to sound fucking cool, and because you think that people, you think the shit you say is what's expected of you and all this stuff, right? And he goes, but I'm fucking real. He goes, I'm not nobody's. He's like, I say what I want to say. I have respect for people. And Henry Cejudo's like, Henry Cejudo goes, he's like, you're an embarrassment. He's like, he goes, not only you're an embarrassment, he's like, to the UFC, he's like, to young Americans, he's like, and to young Mexican Americans, those are your people and all this stuff. And then Henry Cejudo, Benavidez is like, oh, I come from a good family. Oh, I'm Mexican, so I have to defend the Mexicans and all this stuff. Picking out of it was so funny. But yeah, he's like, I'm a role model. He goes, dude, you're so fake too and all this shit. And then he went out there and beat his ass. Cejudo was so pissed. But yeah, I'd like to see that fight again. I've always been a huge Joby fan. As a joke, Joseph Benavidez made up his own belting system for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. He's got his own...
I don't know if he teaches it, but he's got his own belting system. And, like, dude, there's, like, snake pelt. There's, like, a snake skin belt, piano key belt, rainbow belt. Dude, it's fucking hilarious. His own belting system with just random colors and stuff. Shit's fucking funny. Joseph Benavidez, I'm a big fan. And he's married to Megan O'Leary, so... he's already winning. Look at all the fights he's got.
His last loss was Sergio Pettis. Split decision.
He lost to Sergio Pettis.
Yeah, split decision, it said.
That's interesting.
225, UFC 225.
All right, go back. Go down a little bit. Yeah, we can hop up to the next card. But yeah, it's been a lot's been happening. We got Marlon Moraes. So Marlon Moraes deserves a title shot, in my opinion. Do they let you have? Do they make it so you can have highlights up there or anything? Was that on UFC? Was that on ESPN or no?
Don't think so.
If it is, okay. Go
I
back
think
up.
that last.
Yo, David Tabor, take care of your underwears, bro.
The Greg Hardy card, that was the first ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
So this might have. I don't know if this was on there.
So Rafael Sunsao fucking annoys me as a fighter because he's one of those dudes that's well-rounded, but he's like just enough well-rounded to where he makes every fight like a boring-ass decision fight.
Yeah.
And Marlon Moraes just went out there and fucking subbed his ass. Marlon Moraes been knocking everybody out. And then he went out there, put the hurt on him, and subbed him to Marlon Moraes is dangerous. Look, yeah, go to Marlon Moraes and look at the dudes that cat's beat.
I'm just gonna go to Wikipedia. It's kind of confusing.
But yeah, Marlon Moraes was an old WEC guy. They eventually picked him up, and he's piled up a pretty decent record. He fought. Everyone was like, "Oh, what is his name? What's the dude? Jimmy Rivera there looks like Brian from fucking Family Guy." They're like, "He's gonna fucking roll him and all stuff, blah blah." Dude, you see that knockout? He catches him with like a. I think he thinks he's gonna throw a head kick, and then he somehow turns it into this weird glancing knee, hits Jimmy Rivera, and fucking knocks him fucking senseless. So he's beat who?
John Dotson.
Sunsao, Rivera, Aljamain Sterling, and John Dotson. He beat 4 high-level fighters all in a row. John Dotson, I'm off the John. I was always off the... Like, John Dotson's so weird to me. Uber athletic, has some skills, but he just never panned out. Even at 125. He had a good fight with... he had a good fight back in the day with... what's his name? Mighty Mouse, remember?
Yeah.
But Mighty Mouse still worked him in those fights. I remember when earlier in his career, everyone thought John Dotson was gonna be like the flyweight champ.
Yeah, he beat a young TJ.
Well, Dotson was just blasting dudes. Dude, remember the other kid that came off that show, Diego Barral?
Yeah.
Remember that kid, little Brazilian kid, just blasting people away? Where this fucking tries to get on the show, he goes, "You want tough?" And he knocks the dude out. And he's talking shit to Dana. It's like, oh. Dana goes, "I don't know what you said, kid, but I'm all down for it." And all this stuff. He's like, "That's fucking tough." He calls the kid a pussy. And he knocks him out. That shit was fucking funny, dude. Dude, that's great. What we got? What else? Go back to that. Go back to that Marlon Rice card.
I didn't watch this one, but I remember.
So, how do you feel about the freaking resurgence of Jose Aldo, dude?
I don't know. I don't even know who that dude is he fought.
Give Aldo a title shot. Yo.
Yeah, who though? Is he gonna fight freaking?
Well, Max is fighting Tony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So what if Max beats Tony? They're doing it. Dude, listen.
Who's gonna fight Aldo over there in interim belt?
I've been an Aldo fan since I was a teenager. Aldo is a beast.
Yeah, still annoyed he got knocked out that fast against McGregor.
Yeah, I would have liked to see that fight go longer. But it's just one of those things. It's sometimes styles just make fights, you know?
Yeah.
Like sometimes dudes match up against guys in weird ways where it's hard for dudes to beat them. I mean...
Well, McGregor just experienced that with Khabib.
Who, Khabib? Dude, Khabib's the truth. He'd be sitting out. But yeah, Aldo fight Moicano. One thing I noticed about the Aldo Moicano fight is Moicano just looked like... I don't know if he's starstruck or scared or big moment. He kind of was hesitant, didn't pull the trigger. He kind of stood around and just let Aldo beat on him.
Yeah.
Aldo ended up landing a body shot in that fight. Once that body shot landed, Moicano was just like, didn't want to do nothing, and he just started taking a beating. Eventually, he piled it on, and eventually just wore him down and started to really open up on him. He started chasing around Cage, beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And everyone was high on Moicano. I haven't seen enough of him. I mean, he looked good in his fight before Aldo, but He got smoked against Jose. Jose's been dropping dudes with these body shots. They're so nasty. I get really worked up when Jose fights because Jose's a legend, dude.
Yeah.
Like, when he beat Jeremy Stevens after he had those losses, back-to-back losses against Max, and then he beat Jeremy Stevens, and he's fucking crying in his hometown or whatever, dude, that was fucking, that was great. He fucked up Jeremy Stevens, dude. A lot of people picked Jeremy Stevens to win.
Yeah,
like, get the fuck out of here. This is the worst display of passing I've ever seen in basketball, by the way. Now Luka's got the ball, so it's all good. Maybe not. Get him. Oh, he blocked it. That's fucking funny. Fucking random white dude's like, I'll sky up there. Paul's like, I'll tap you on the butt real quick. But yeah, Aldo, man. Aldo's, he said he only wants to fight a few more times in his home country. So he's got 2 more fights left. If he wins one more fight against a high-ranked opponent, you gotta give him a title shot.
Yeah.
And what do you think he does if he, say if Max stays at 155 and that 145-pound belt is up for grabs, and he grabs it, he's only 30 or 31. Do you think he keeps fighting if he grabs that belt back?
Depends really what.
You think he does it for the kids in the favelas?
Yeah, I just wonder, if he really wants to retire, I mean, you're going to retire if that's really what you want to do.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about dudes when they say they want to retire.
Like Cormier said that.
Do you think dudes should just retire if they're contemplating retirement?
No, I don't think so. I've heard that before.
I feel like once you get old enough, it's got to be on your mind. I don't think it's a bad thing.
No. Unless you're like... I think quitting and retiring is kind of 2 different things.
Dude, what would you do if Aldo gets his belt back and then they do a fucking another showdown? Aldo versus Conor, and Aldo revenges his loss. He hits Conor with a Bronco Buster.
Yeah, I would like to see him fight, but I don't know.
I think Conor beat him again, though. It's just that style. I think he catches some of those hands, man, coming in like that first time. You ever see that wicked weird video footage of him calling how he's going to knock Aldo out?
Yeah, I see that.
Dude, people say what they want about Conor and shit, though, but Conor can fucking fight. Conor's a G. There's footage of him in the back before he fights Aldo, and he's talking to his striking coach, and he's like going like this, saying like he's like going on like this, saying he's going to hold his hands like this and all that stuff, and he's like, he's going to run in, and then Conor takes like 2 shuffles back, and he's like, now I'm just going to be like, bah! Just like that, with the exact same punch, and he's going like this, and then he's like going like this. It looks like he's changing some shit like it's done, right?
Yeah.
Then he goes out there and does it, dude. He lulled him in. The way he's keeping that perfect distance. What I love about Conor was when he uses his footwork is he's so good at just getting himself off the ground enough to just slide so that there's just enough surface area underneath his feet when it shuffles so that he can actually move. But at the same time, he can stay almost grounded and play and move. And he's just like, got that front arm, that left hand out there. And he's like, la, 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 going like this, going like this. And that's what's interesting is, people don't know, he normally fights southpaw.
Right.
He hits him with a right hook in that fight. It's orthodox, and he's palm with his left hand, waits for him, slides back as he comes in, puts him down. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, or Aldo with a sacrifice.
Oh, God.
$5 million.
What did Matt watch that fight with you?
$5 million. That's why he knew what he was going to do, because they already planned it.
Where did you hear that?
I just made that up.
Yeah, right. Stab's probably like...
Stab's like, wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Maybe.
Stab's like, this all makes sense now. Dude, I forgot when I was having a conversation with Stab earlier. That shit was so funny. The fuck is I saying? Stab goes, the white man made civilization.
Wait, what?
And I go,
wait, the game or real life? What's he talking about?
No, like in real life. I go, Matt, you do realize there was like high functioning civilizations back in the day, right? And he's like, no, but he goes,
oh, like what we have now?
Yeah, he goes, white man created, real civilization like today and all this stuff. And I'm just like, you're fucking nuts, dude. I go,
what do you mean?
Like, what? Dude, he's crazy. It's all right. Matt's probably getting some of that brown sugar with those girls he works with.
The Chinese have been there for freaking
Yeah, dude, the Chinese have been around for fucking over 1,000 years, dude. It's like...
Got everything.
You know how much land they own? Yo, nothing's crazy when you see how big fucking Russia is, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Russia's fucking huge. It's creepy when you see how big some of these countries are. Look at Danilo Gallinari's black fucking eye. He's like, I'm a mumble. Yeah, then you got Damian Maya is a dude who, in my opinion, needs to hang the gloves up, dude. I mean, he choked out Lyman Good, and that's all fun and good, no pun intended. But Damian Maya went out there and choked Lyman Good out, but it's the same old song and dance. It's like, I love Damian Maya. He's got like he's like up there, some of the most submission wins ever. He's got some of the most wins. I think he's like in the top 10 most wins, I think, in the UFC. I'm pretty sure. He's beaten a lot of dudes. But it's like if you can't take someone down, then he can't beat nobody. It's just like, I'm kind of getting bored of watching him fight.
He's got 18 UFC wins.
He's got 18 UFC wins?
Yeah, he got in the UFC at, well, he went 6-0, then he got in the UFC, got his 7th win, so he's got, he went from 7 to 25 wins.
Jesus fuck.
But
it's like, that's a guy that's probably needs to retire. He's got to be like 40 now. How old is he? It says it over there.
41.
He's 41. He should stop fighting.
I wanted to see if they put their salaries out there. Well, he might have a good contract. I mean, no reason.
Right. I mean, it's a way safer game plan to just hold on to dudes the whole fight.
Yeah.
Than to be kickboxing.
I wonder what his contract is.
You find out he's just making an absorbent amount of money.
Oh, this ain't it. This was that was their first fight, these two.
What you know about Smiling Sam Alvey? What's that?
This is some UFC promotional guidelines compliance. What is that? Program comprehensive plan that includes outfitting requirements, media obligation. Oh, he got $20,000 for some media obligations, but I wonder how much did he get? Mostly didn't release the.
Yeah, I mean,
they didn't release the payouts, but yeah.
I just think he probably should hang him up sometimes. I don't know. And then you got a guy like Charles Oliveira, though. He fought our boy David Tamor, the podcast favorite. David Tamor forever will be the podcast's favorite fighter. Hashtag take care of your underwears. Charles Oliveira is a dude that's very disappointing. And some guy I chop it up with at work, this guy that is one of the managers at my job, he said something that's very, very interesting, and it's always stuck with me. He goes, I'm telling you, he goes, Charles Oliveira is extremely talented. He goes, but he gives up. Like, what do you mean? And my buddy Mike said the same thing. What do you mean he gives up? And I guess it boggled my mind when they were saying that, they're like, he's just a quitter. I go, you gotta be joking, right? So I went back and I started watching all of his fights. And dude, he's one of the only people I've ever seen legitimately quit in fights. He's got like 4 or 5 fights where he's doing well. Adversity hits him, dude. He shells up, just lets dudes beat the shit out of him, and like he just gives up. If the fight's not going his way, he's out of the fight. Which was interesting in this David Tamor fight, because David Tamor brought it to him in that fight. Yeah. They were fucking swinging and shit. Charles out there smiling, throwing shots back. If Charles Oliveira could get his mind right, he's literally one of the most dangerous dudes in that weight class. 155 or 145. He could strike with anybody. He's athletic, and by the way, he might be the best submission artist in those weight classes.
Yeah.
Those two. Maybe Brian Ortega. That's probably the only other guy that's on his level of that weight class when it comes to pure jiu-jitsu. Charles Oliveira gets a hold of an arm, a leg, or your neck, you're done. Same with Ortega. Those are the two best guys in those weight classes with submissions.
I think they need
He subbed David Tamor.
They need a
David
160.
Tamer was the favorite in that fight?
And they were both. It was
it
even.
a pick'em?
Yeah. I think they need a 165 because there's so many.
I think so,
They're
too.
never going to get matchups, the best matchups, because there's too many guys.
This brings up a question.
But Dana White keeps saying there's not going to be one, so I don't know.
This brings up a question. How do you feel about the weight cutting thing? How do you feel about it? Do you think the juice is worth the squeeze? Because this is something Mike and I argue about all the time. And I've even Chael Sonnen says this all the time. Take it from a man who's fought forever, Chael Sonnen, done it all, and is a master at weight cutting, right, by the way. Dude, he's the only dude I know that cuts all his weight at once overnight.
No.
The second time or was it John Jones fight? Here's the Silva. I don't know. The way he does weight cutting is he gets within a target weight, right? Then he cuts it all overnight. He cut 23 pounds in one night. What he says is something I've always said. When someone's just sheer size outside of the heavyweight or light heavyweight division, because you do see it happen in those weight classes, when is just someone's a sure size been the thing that won them a fight? In the last handful of fight cards, a lot of undersized dudes beat a lot of big dudes. And it's like, you got to have the skills to pay the bills. Now, where Mike and I have this disconnect is I think Mike thinks I'm trying to say the size advantage is not an advantage. It is an advantage, but you got to know how to use it. And just because you're bigger than someone doesn't mean you're stronger than someone at all. Just because you're bigger than someone doesn't mean you're stronger than someone. I know that firsthand.
Oh, it's because you're stronger doesn't mean you're going to win the fight either.
True, but like but I'm saying like the actual size of a guy.
Well, Cormier proved that. He's beating everyone up at heavyweight. He's 5'10".
And I get it. Normally, if you're a bigger guy, there's a chance, odds are you're going to be stronger than your opponent, and that's probably why you cut the weight to get down there. It's not about the actual size. But when you got guys like Darren Till that almost die pretty much when they make weight, is it really worth it? Because I think Derek Till could contend for the title at middleweight. He's going to fucking kill himself. He contended at 170, but like, dude, you're going to murder yourself. Till's massive.
Yeah, how many people are doing stuff like that?
Way bigger than Woodley in that fight. What's that?
Woodley
fucked him up.
How many people are actually cutting extremes like that?
A lot of guys.
Well, if that's the case, why don't they're all cutting weight? Why don't they just fight how much they all weigh?
There's a Rogan talks about that. There's a
if everyone's cutting
that.
30 pounds, why don't you just fight 30 pounds heavier or 30 pounds?
There's an organization. I don't know if it's the one Ben Askren was fighting in, but they do hydration tests, I think. And they agree to meet at some sort of target weight once they do these hydration tests. And they see,
let you lose a certain amount of weight.
Right, and you agree to meet at a specific weight that's not that weight. Like, you know what I'm saying?
There's a maximum that you're allowed to lose or whatever based on your weight or hydration and all that.
But for me, it's like, especially in the lower weight classes, if you're killing yourself to make 35, fucking fight at 145.
TJ said he weighed, I forgot how much he said. Did they fight in California? It'd be online. All I know is TJ, he might weigh 150 something when he went in the octagon with, what's his name?
It is an advantage, but don't think if you're fucking don't got the skills, don't think just because you're bigger and stronger than your opponent, you're just going to fucking beat them.
Yeah.
And then another thing that when Mike and I have this disconnect, Mike goes, well, you know in real life, right, that a bigger man is always more dangerous to an everyday person. I go, in real life where people can't fight.
Right.
In real life where dudes can't fight. If a kid's walking down the street and he can't defend himself, he's not physically capable of defending himself, and he's like, 5'8", 125 pounds, and the bully on the block comes down the street and he's 6 foot, 200 pounds. Odds are that dude, just because of the fact that they can't fight and he's just bigger and aggressive, is going to beat the shit out of that little kid.
Right.
Odds are. But this is professional fighters where dudes varied. They're varied and they're nuanced and have different skill sets, different mindsets, different fight IQs. It's a different thing. But like I said, I think he thinks I'm trying to say being bigger and stronger doesn't matter. What I'm saying is being bigger and stronger is part of the pie that pie of advantages that would make you a better fighter over someone. But just because you're bigger does not mean you're stronger too.
Yeah, that's the point of cutting weight, though, ain't it? To get an advantage.
Supposedly. But
if they're all doing it, what's the point?
I agree with Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz thinks there needs to be more weight classes because he doesn't think dudes should be cutting all that weight. Dominic Cruz is like, Cruz, I'd rather fight at a weight class that feels comfortable for me where I don't got to cut a lot of weight. He goes, the reason why TJ Dillashaw got his ass beat in that fight was because he was so zapped he couldn't take a fucking punch. TJ Dillashaw has always been able to take a punch. He's been in some fucking knockdown, drag-out fights with guys where he's taking shots. He's always been able to take a punch. When he went down to that 125, oh, I can make 125s. He kept saying 125s. That was so annoying. I can make 125s. Right? Goes down to that weight class, gets punched once, and he's fucking falling all over the place. I agree with Cruz. It fatigues you, and it zaps your ability to take a fucking punch. It does.
Especially because Cejudo can't be cutting that much. He's literally 5'3". I mean, how much weight? He probably weighs like 130 something normally. 140.
I don't know, dude. Yo, he looked fucking big in that fight. He looked like a fucking little battle tank in that fight. But yeah, we went off on a tangent about the weight thing there, but you know, I'd like to see more weight classes. I'm sick of. But you know what's funny? Dudes will still cut the weight even if you had the weight classes. Like, just because there's more weight classes doesn't mean a dude won't try to go down to a lower weight class. But I'm hoping it'll give dudes more options to not
unless they start forcing it.
Right, unless they do some sort of thing where Dana's like, listen, bitch, you need to fight at 165 and not 155. Like Kevin Lee.
The states
Kevin Lee should be fighting at 165.
Well, what's his name? Because Ben Askren, what's he gonna do if they don't make divisions? He ain't gonna fight
Woodley. That's why they should make 165. He can make 165. He says I can't. He goes, I will not try to make 155. He goes, I'm not gonna try to kill myself just to make a lower weight class.
He looks like he could. Looks like he definitely can make it.
Yeah, he looks like he can make it. Well, that fat he carries around. But yo, this is my new favorite fighter right here.
Who?
Johnny Walker.
Oh yeah.
It's that big ass Brazilian kid who's been knocking people out. Remember his knockout over his last opponent? Not Justin Ledet. He beat the shit out of that dude, too. But, dude, he knocked... See if you can pull that up. Dude, he hit... Oh, what the fuck is his name? He hit Khalil Roundtree with the heaviest elbow you will ever see in the history of mixed martial arts. It literally sounds like you got a running start and hit him in the forehead with a baseball bat. And the best part about it was... when he knocked out Clear Roundtree, when you throw an elbow, you really want to get torque into it. You want to get your hips into it. You want to get your back into it, right? You know, that's how you blast someone really good.
Yep.
He had a really high plumb on this dude. Collar, the fucking clinch. Really high plumb on the dude. And the dude was kind of trying to... They teach you to get your arms in between and get up through it and try to break the clinch. So dudes try to do that, and it's got him really elevated, dude. I swear to you, if you can find that, he literally just... It's all shoulder and elbow. It's all shoulder and arm motion. There's no back. There's no torque. He doesn't twist his body. He just lets an elbow rip using just his shoulder and his fucking arm. Dude, it is so fucking loud. And he murders that motherfucker. It's the one all the way left right there. Play that. Oh, you're not going to be able to hear it. Hear that? Rewind that. Rewind that. Watch it. That's all arm. And that was heavy. That's the heaviest elbow ever. There's not a heavier elbow. The only elbow competes to that is when Mike Perry fucking grabbed Jake Ellenberger and elbowed his head into the fucking front row. Like, that elbow's not... I think that kid's a dark horse in the division. He's 6'6". 80 inches of reach. You can
6'6"?
Yeah, dude, you can go up. You can... Where were we on that? You can go up. Go up. We can go back one. We can skip out of that now. Yeah, but Johnny Walker's a beast. We haven't seen what he's done as far as we know what his grappling's like.
Right.
So I mean, you know, there's a difference between fighting dudes like that and John Jones. Yeah, hit that one. Dude, that's Nate's dude, the style bender. Did you like that fight? Were you at home for that?
Yeah, I watched it. It was alright.
How'd you like that fucking Matrix fight? I don't think it's what people expected.
Yeah, well, yeah, I thought it was pretty. I mean, boring considering, but
I thought it was exciting, but because I love a striking match. Of course, Nate's sitting at work and he's like, "Oh, dude, if Nate." It's so funny because Nate's been like riding Israel Adesanya's fucking balls for the past year.
He used to do that with Silva, didn't he?
No.
Okay, I thought he likes Anderson Silva too.
But what was interesting was Nate was like, "We got to start this Microsoft spread so we can start keeping track of who picks these fights and shit better." But Nate goes, "We both picked Adesanya to win, but I really thought that Adesanya was gonna fucking just smoke him." Nate goes, "Don't sleep on Anderson Silva, man. I'm not saying he's gonna win, but you know he's still got a lot left in the tank and all this shit." Blah blah blah. And it went back and forth. It went to a decision, but. I got a question for you. Do you think Adesanya really was trying to put the metal to the metal and beat his fucking ass, or do you think he was respecting him too much?
Yeah, it looked like he didn't even want to knock him out. But I don't know. Because Silva was, I mean, he wasn't defending that great. I feel like, I don't know. It was just weird. I don't want to be...
Debbie Downer?
No, I don't want to say, like, he wasn't trying. But
I don't know. Well, Silva did let him punch him in the face like 7 times. He didn't go down.
He wasn't really like hitting him though. He was just giving him like weird little. He was throwing those weird backhands.
I don't know. I mean, I like Israel Adesanya a lot as a fighter.
I guess we'll know his next fight if he murks the dude he fights, because he's gonna fight someone really good.
He's fighting Calvin Gastelum for the interim title.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, because
freaking interim title.
Dude, so I know Bobby Knuckles is out because his fucking
colon
decided to jump out through his belly button. What's that?
I don't think he was gonna be out that long.
They said surgery is done. He's healing up. They say he can go back in 4 weeks. Yeah, I agree. Listen, you want to know what's annoying about this interim title shit?
Doesn't mean anything.
It don't mean dick, right?
It's just for hype or something.
You know, it's because I don't know why. I don't know what's with this business model where it's like interim titles. You want to know what shitty is? They don't have a defined criteria as to when they should strip someone or give someone an interim title. I'm okay with there being an interim title if someone's injured.
Say not when the champion can fight. I don't get it.
Well, they said he's going to be...
I guess he's technically out,
they said in 4 weeks, a month from this week, you can go back to training, light training, they say. I'm okay for an interim title if the champion... How am I going to put this? That's biscuits. I'm okay with an interim title if the champion in question has put in some serious work and is going to be out due to an injury for an extended period of time. And if you think that champ should be respected enough and is won enough and deserves it to be to have an interim title, like say if he's going to be injured for a while, cool, make an interim title. Right. But don't make an interim title every 2 fucking seconds. They need to have like stricter criteria. There definitely needs to be a strict criteria for dudes getting stripped though. If a dude decides he doesn't want to fucking fight for an extended period of time, you should be allowed to strip him. It's your job.
Like McGregor,
Khabib. Like Khabib says he's not fighting till the end of the year. Especially at 155. Nate was like, what are you talking about? Nate got all like uppity on me because I said you can make an argument there's 5 to 6 guys that you could put in a title fight at 155.
Why does he not agree?
Because he says only 2 dudes deserve a title shot.
Who?
He says the only guys that deserve a title shot are
better not be Max Holloway.
No. He said he could understand Max. He says he understands Max Holloway getting it. I think Max Holloway deserves a title shot against anybody because he's that good.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You can put him in that title shot, no one cared. Everyone wants to fucking see that. Him and Tony Ferguson? You fucking kidding? That fight's gonna be nuts. That's off. Told you. He said, who did he say? I think he said Tony Ferguson deserves a title shot. And I think we agree that Dustin Poirier deserves a title shot, right? But I said you can make an argument that Ferguson deserves a title shot, Poirier deserves a title shot, Max, because he could come in there and beat a lot of those 55ers, probably deserves a title shot.
Does he deserve one over someone else that's already?
I don't think he deserves a title shot over Ferguson or Poirier, but I think that with his body of work, no one should have a problem with him getting a title shot.
Yeah.
You can make an argument that Cowboy's right on the cusp of getting a title shot. You can make the argument that Ally Quinta's right there, too. Because he just beat Kevin Lee.
About Barbosa?
Was he no, Barbosa looked good in his last fight, but he fought a kid that's not even in the top 10, I don't think. He beat the shit out of Dan Hooker. Did you see that fight?
Yeah.
He beat the fuck out of Dan Hooker. Barbosa's hands have gotten better. And supposedly they were trying to get Diaz to come back and fight Khabib. That's another thing I was hearing all the time. So that's another guy that you could say you could put him in the mix and no one would bitch. So there's a handful of guys there. You know, so...
Yeah, but I seen that Tony Ferguson ain't fighting no one either. I seen they offered him someone and he said no. It's like no one wants to fight anyone besides the title
that's
shot.
not the fight. Yeah. Originally the fight was supposed to be Max Holloway and Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson, because you want to know what everyone's new thing is now? And it makes sense in all actuality, but it's also like, come on, man. The new thing is dudes aren't turning down fights, they're turning down the deal.
Is that just an excuse, or
I feel like for some guys it's an excuse.
Yeah.
What I will say is this, though, to play devil's advocate on that. There's nothing wrong with knowing what you think you're worth.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so like at the same time, you just gotta take it with a grain of salt and be like, okay. Diaz turned down. I don't care what anyone says. Nate Diaz, people want to watch Nate Diaz and Nick Diaz fight. If you're an MMA fan, you like watch those guys fight.
Yeah, you can think
so when Nick Diaz is like, oh, I made $3 million my last fight. If I don't like the deal, I understand that.
You have to be realistic though. At the same time, he fought Conor McGregor.
Yeah, that's a lot of the reason why he got paid that much.
You still get $500,000 or something plus, plus.
But yeah, so the fight is Poirier and Holloway. That's the fight now.
Is that for interim?
Poirier, let's go. I've been waiting to do this for the interim title. I've been waiting for this moment. I know it's the interim title.
Yeah, but then does the interim title fight the title holder? Or what's the deal with that?
Yeah, the winner gets Khabib. I have been a Dustin Poirier fan since he was fucking fighting in Louisiana trailer parks, okay? In like trailer park shows where there's just a tarp over the fucking cage, top of the cage, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Theo Vaughn's in the crowd. He's like, oh man, I was just in the back snoring coke off a fucking toilet seat with a fat black hooker, you know what I'm saying, man? Come out here. Dustin Poirier's out here knocking out Brazilians. Yeah, dude. He's like, if you made me go top 5 favorite fighters of all time, he's in my top 5. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time. And he's beat so many good dudes. And the handful of losses he has, which aren't a lot, he's lost to really good dudes.
Yeah, he gets right up there and then
dude, and weird shit happens or he's hurt, like
come on, man. If he beats Max Holloway, then
come on, man.
I have a hard time picking anyone beating Khabib, though.
Dude, fuck that shit. If the Diamond wins, we're fucking going to Sizzler. Yo, listen, if Poirier,
maybe they'll fight in Brooklyn and go watch it.
If Poirier beats Max and gets a title shot against Khabib, if that fight's close enough, we're going.
I can see it being in New York. Khabib doesn't want to fight in Nevada anymore, so. It's gotta be LA,
dude,
or
if they do New Year's, Poirier versus Khabib in New York, we gotta go. We have to save up all our money.
All of it, yeah.
We have to save all our money. No, we'll just I'll get one of those black cards that got offered to me. We'll just charge it. Just ruin my credit. Just take off. Dude, you'd have to go. Yo, I'm such a huge Dustin Poirier fan. I'd fucking shed a tear if you went out there and fuck Khabib's ass up. Send him back to fucking Dagestan.
Khabib can take the hit, though.
Khabib can take a hit. But I've always said this. Will he beat Khabib? Who knows? I like the way he matches up against Khabib, personally. You want to know why? Because Khabib gives dudes openings in their fights. He mixes it up too much with guys. He puts dudes in positions where guys can get shots off on him, whether it's against the fence or on the feet.
He gave Ally Quinta the whole fight.
Poirier, in my opinion, might be one of the best fighters when it comes to transitional fighting.
Yeah.
When he's in the clinch, when he's exiting the clinch, he's throwing shots. He's throwing shots when dudes are going to the floor. He's throwing shots when he's escaping. He can grab submissions at any time. He can take you down at any
John
time.
Jones does that too.
John Jones,
Bowls off
John
the
Jones is
clinch.
really good, dude. He just knows his way around a fight. God, if he beats Max, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. Like,
Yeah,
if
it'd
he
be
beats
crazy
Max.
too.
So yeah, I mean, we were talking about Israel Adesanya. He's fighting Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin Gastelum's gonna have to take him down. I feel like.
So then that means also whoever wins that fight's Whitaker next.
Yes.
So interim gives you a straight title shot.
I'm taking Adesanya in that fight. I like Gastelum, but
It's gonna suck if Gastelum
Gastelum's gonna have
loses
to take
though.
him down. Huh?
It's gonna suck if Gastelum loses because
He'll never get a title
Yeah,
shot
he was
again.
just supposed to get a title shot.
Yeah. He'll never
And
get a
then he
title
probably
shot
won't.
again.
Yeah, he probably won't get one.
Yo, Dirk's out here saying, fuck the noise, baby. Let's go.
Dude, he could barely even run. It's kind of sad.
Dude, it's great. He's just catching them checks, bro. Keep getting them checks, baby. Yo, they just
it's like he's like working to get his knees up every time. Like he has to think about it.
You know what I need to see? This is off topic because we're talking about fighting. No, it's kind of on topic. I need to see a 41-year-old Dirk Nowitzki fight out here. I need to see Dirk punch someone in the fucking mouth.
You don't care anymore.
I want him straight blitzkrieg somebody. Just straight up fucking just punch someone in the fucking face, dude. That's off because he sucks. Oh, he hits it. Wow. But yeah, I think the range, a guy for once that actually really knows how to use his range. Isn't that interesting?
What do you, Adesanya?
Adesanya, a guy that is a high level striker that actually knows how to use his range for real. A lot of dudes, like, that's one thing where I'm just like, Nate's always like, oh, I mean, he's got the range. I'm like, how many guys really are that good at using the range? Not a lot of them. Adesanya is one of them.
I think he's also
Good defensive wrestling too so far.
Yeah, with the range thing. I mean, he's just came from that, stand up. A lot of the fighters, they don't usually.
True, but even some of the kickboxers that cross over don't do a good job not getting hit.
Yeah.
So far, he's still got to kept that face pretty clean. I like him. I like him to win a decision against Calvin.
5'9", 5'10".
I think they list him at 5'10", 5'9". I think he's 5'10".
He's gonna have a good reach on him.
Yeah, he's gonna have a massive reach advantage on him. Calvin can wrestle though.
Yeah.
Calvin's game plan is going to have to be to fight his way inside. Because you're not just going to get a takedown on Israel with how good he uses his range and his setups, his kickboxing, his movement. Like, you're not... His reaction time is so good. You're not just going to get a takedown.
He's never chasing you.
No.
Even if you're rocked, he's still slowly hitting you. And
Calvin's going to have to fight fire with fire in order to get inside and take him down.
Or it'll just end up being what the fight... What just happened?
Well, you got to remember that's going to be a 5-round fight, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I just don't see it. I think it's either going to be an Adesanya knockout or an Adesanya unanimous decision, I think.
You don't think Gastelum can clip him?
No.
Obviously he can. But.
He can. I mean, did you see how hard Calvin Gastelum fucking knocked out Bisping? Holy fuck. That was one of the hardest knockouts ever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see it. But at the same time, I like Bobby Knuckles against everybody if he's healthy. So,
Yeah, what the hell's up with him? God damn.
God, I know he's always fucking injured. Well, he's got like a goofy build too. You ever really pay attention to how he's built, the way he moves and walks and fights? Like he's got this weird jerky, like fucking, he's got funky joints and shit.
What just happened to him? Is that like an effect from cutting weight, or is that just random?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just a freak accident. Like it doesn't happen often. Apparently, the UFC doctor said they'd never seen that happen to anyone in their never had a patient with that injury in their room.
He had like 2 injuries in one.
His lower intestine and his colon
twisted.
There was a hernia, and they were like coming up out of his stomach.
Yeah,
they were bulging into the upper part of his belly. That's fucking nuts. It's so fatal. Doctor said if he would have taken a hard enough shot in the stomach during the fight, he could have died. Imagine Gasol just punches his stomach, his colon explodes.
Just dies.
Jesus, that would have sucked. But yeah, who else was on that fight? Yo, Lando Venata, a.k.a. Diet Kevin Carrier. I call him Diet Kevin Carrier because Kevin's a G. Because I always tell Kevin that Lando Venata's fighting style, in my opinion, in Kevin is like they mirror each other. Like when I watch Lando Venata fight and move and all that stuff, it reminds me of Kevin. So I call Lando Venata Diet Kevin Carrier because Kevin's cooler. But yeah, that fight card wasn't even that good.
Yeah,
like
terrible.
Lando Venata looked really good, but like the fight card was trash. We could back out of that. That was a UFC fucking. That shit fell through. That sucks.
Well, you only had 2 good fights. I mean, if a fight falls through, you're literally. I mean, I don't know.
Well, go down a little bit.
Oh, this is upcoming.
No, okay. Well, we're gonna have to talk about this because I've watched this again. And you want to know what's funny? He did get hit.
Yeah.
Did
Uppercut.
Yeah. Oh, did you? Yo, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Spur of the moment thing. You couldn't even see it. Do you hear what fucking? First off, do you hear what fucking Kane's coach Javier Mendez was saying?
No.
Javier Mendez on there. He's like, he got hit in the throat with an open hand punch. That's illegal. And it's like, no referee's gonna fucking call that in tight quarters in a spur of a moment.
Yeah, how do you even see it?
How do you even see that shit? Like, all I'm saying is,
when he
got hit with the uppercut,
already down,
like open hand, like it's like that doesn't even do that does less damage than really getting punched.
Open hand.
If you go watch it, I don't know. He's just picking straws, dude. He's just looking for some shit to say. When you watch it, you could see it looks almost like a palm,
right?
Like you Boz rooting somebody. But whatever, dude. But yeah, so I mean, if you start in the middle of this card, everyone got excited because Crone Gracie choked out Alex Caceres. I like Crone Gracie and shit, but he ain't never gonna fucking make a serious run. What's that at 145?
Yeah, featherweight. You never know.
You really think Crone Gracie's gonna hop all over Max and fucking choke him out, or Brian Ortega? He definitely could choke Brian Ortega out. Brian Ortega knock him fuck out.
So you probably won't get there for a while anyway.
I don't know how old Crone Gracie is. I want to say he's under 30 or he's just 30, but everyone got all excited. They're like, the Gracies are back and all this shit. It's like, give me a fucking break. And I got buddies that are diehard jiu-jitsu guys. They only train jiu-jitsu. And I love jiu-jitsu and shit, but this brings up something Mike and I were talking about. And he's 30. I wanted your opinion on this too. Do you think that a jiu-jitsu guy whose best asset is jiu-jitsu, like a pure jiu-jitsu guy, or maybe not even a pure jiu-jitsu guy, do you think someone eventually is going to come and shake the game up with their jiu-jitsu? We've had guys come and shake the game up with their boxing. We've had guys come and shake the game up with their kickboxing. You had Ronda came in, shook the game up, tossed some bitches around with her judo and shit, and submitting them. Then you have the biggest elephant in the room is that if you can't fucking wrestle or stop anyone from taking you down, you're not winning any fights in UFC.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone knows that. Do you think a guy is ever going to come along and his jiu-jitsu game is going to be so tight that he just beats everybody?
Like all the way to a belt?
Like a belt.
I don't know. I think people will avoid you eventually.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to fight everyone at some point. Like, you have no choice. You got to pit the best guys against the best guys. The reason why I
do
don't...
you? Conor don't fight.
Yeah.
I guess Conor does fight some.
No, eventually he did, though. People can say whatever they want, but... I always get hate for this, but I disagree with the people that think that someday... You want to know what it is? It's because...
Definitely not. I mean, it's too late for that.
Well, this is why. Is because... So Spencer brings up Ryan Hall because he's submitting everybody. Oh, well, here's my thing. A lot of people, the casual fans, don't know this. No one that's ever rolled or done jiu-jitsu or anything, or wrestled or anything. In order for you to apply 90, let's be nice here. In order for you to apply 97% of submissions, you have to have a level of control in order to be able to pull a submission off, set a submission up, right? Think of the submissions you could slap on someone in real life that don't require a lot of control. I can only think of a few off the top of my head. You could slap a guillotine on someone real quick and have their neck.
Yeah.
If you're lucky enough, you could jump on someone's back real quick and lock your legs in and submit someone with a rear naked choke. And you can roll for someone's ankle, right? But in the confines of an MMA match, in order for you to consistently submit dudes, you got to be able to consistently obtain a plethora of positions and be able to hold a person in those positions, maintain control, and go through the motions of submitting somebody. It's not as simple as, just slap these submissions on. Like, I had this buddy of mine at work, my buddy Rich was like, yo, Ev, he goes, I know you know about that MMA stuff. I know you train that stuff. He goes, I just feel like, he goes, if someone take me to the ground, he goes, I just hit one of them triangles. Right? And I go, have you ever put a triangle on somebody? And he's like, nah, I mean, I'm messing around, all stuff, blah, blah, blah. He's like, but that's what I would do. I go, well, you're already fucking up. I go, if you have to put a triangle on someone in a street fight. He goes, what you mean? I go, well, because you're on your back.
Right.
I go, you don't want to be on your back in a street fight. That means another grown man's on top of you trying to hit you and hurt you. He goes, oh, yeah, you're right. And I go, and plus, I go, you think it's that easy to just slap a triangle on somebody? He's like, well, and I'm like, dude, there's so much that goes into setting up a fucking triangle. I go, you have to position your legs differently if you try to attack a specific side of the body. You have the guy's arm in, all these other things. I'm like, it's not that simple to slap submissions on people. You got to know how to control someone in order to apply most submissions. I'm like, it's not that easy. And that's why I think as long as the high-level wrestlers are around, which they always will be, they are the masters of control. The high-level wrestlers are the masters of positioning, the masters of dominating people in control, holding people where they want. Wrestling's not super flashy or anything like that, but, it doesn't matter. Half guard, full guard,
best
mount,
wrestler,
side control.
Best wrestler cancels out the best.
Best wrestler always smashes the good jiu-jitsu guy.
On the ground,
always,
though?
Yeah.
It'll cancel it out?
In an MMA fight, yeah. Because not only can they hold... Look at Khabib. There's no one submitting Khabib. No one's submitting Khabib. First off, if Kron ever fought Khabib, he'd never take him. He couldn't even take him down. Right? You will never see Khabib lose a fight by submission. You won't see it. Mark my words. Because not only is he a master of masters at position and holding dudes down where he wants to, oh, by the way, he could use half of his body and lock you down in that position and posture up and just beat the fucking dog shit out of you while he controls you. Like, I don't know if I've quite ever seen anything like it. Him and Askren both. They can control guys and beat the shit out of them. That's why if your best asset is jiu-jitsu and you're not at least very comparable in all the other positions, you ain't never winning a title.
Not even if Ryan Hall does the ninja roll, grabs your leg, and breaks it.
And then everyone goes, Donald Cerrone's got just as many submissions as he does knockouts. It's like, yeah, but that's because Donald, a lot of his fights come from him beating the fuck out of people and then submitting them.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I just don't see it.
Good off his back, though, too.
Yeah, he has a razor wire guard. Razor wire. But there's more
to it. It's not going to work against
everyone
a good wrestler, like you're saying.
Everyone, like this other dude at my other job, goes, man, I don't understand why everyone gets all excited when these dudes do these submissions. We used to do them back in the day. What's that one? That rear naked choke, we used to call that the dope fiend. I'm like, dude, you couldn't fucking rear naked choke me if I fucking had $100 in my fucking back pocket, bro. I'm like, it's not easy. Like, I have friends that compete in jiu-jitsu all the time. It's not easy to submit dudes.
Right.
It's hard. And when I first started training MMA, I had already wrestled when I was younger, right? And then I was already good at striking. So I spent a lot of time when I first started doing MMA training my jiu-jitsu, dude. And I still to this day, I get the fuck beat out of me in jiu-jitsu by dudes of all different sizes. Big, small, time. I got this buddy we call Magic at our gym. This kid's such a great kid. He's like 5'9". He's like a $140, and he will fucking submit every dude in the room. Jiu-jitsu is a motherfucker in the world of jiu-jitsu. And yes, you want to know everything. You want to get good at submissions. It's an important thing to have in your bag. But a guy like Kron Gracie, this isn't 1993.
Or when
he's not winning a title. And I said to Mike, I'm like, I don't think that guy's gonna ever come along. I don't think we're ever gonna see that. As long as wrestlers around, the days of the jiu-jitsu dude just coming in and fucking just all mysterious and fucking submitting. That ain't happening no more. So that's my little rant about that.
Man, anyone can get caught though.
Yeah, anyone can get caught, but it's like
split second.
Listen, dude, if Khabib ever gets submitted, I'll eat a whole bag of black licorice. And you know how much I hate black licorice. Scroll up a little bit. Nah, we can skip that fight. Okay, so, Paul Felder. Paul Felder's another guy who's in the mix. Yeah. Paul Felder, I'd like to see him. Paul Felder, if he wins one more fight, he's right in the mix. He looked great against James Vick. He pocked the car in the eye of the god and potted on that one.
I didn't watch it.
Dude, he looked great against James Vick. Threw everything but the kitchen sink at James Vick. James Vick's another dude. I think James Vick needs to go out to 170. He's how big he is at 155. He looks like he's going to die. He looks cracked out when he makes weight. His eyes are like bulging out of his head and shit.
Was he 6'3"?
Yeah, I think he's 6'3", 6'4". He's fucking huge that weight class. It's like, that's got to take a toll on you, dude. I don't care. He looks like a fucking big meat skeleton coming in there. Like he looks as close as you could look to being a skeleton while still having some muscle on his body when he weighs in. It's so gross. But yeah, Paul Felder. Paul Felder is an extremely underrated fighter. I love Paul Felder. Good takedown defense. He can throw he has every single tool on the feet. I think he can go 5 rounds. He's got good cardio. If Paul Felder wins another big fight, what was James Vick rank? Does it say?
Number 10.
I'll be right back. What does it say where he's ranked?
He's ranked 10th. Felder was ranked 14th. This was before the fight. Yeah, before the fight. Did he change weight classes?
I think Felder's fought a couple times at 170.
Let's look up Paul Felder.
Felder's a big dude, though. Felder's fucking huge, though. Have you seen him? You watched him fight? He's a big motherfucker at 155. He's one of the biggest 55ers. That's why when they fought, I was just like, man, this size and reach advantage ain't gonna mean shit. Felder lost the split decision to Mike Perry? How the fuck did that happen? You know, Mike Perry's my boy, but...
Trying to see when his last...
Felder's one... Dude, I'm telling you, Felder's a couple fights away from being in the mix. He's got to be in the top 10 now after beating Vic. He's a couple fights away.
Vic was just top 10, so...
Yeah, the problem with Felder is the UFC pays him extra to be part of the broadcasting. He loves doing that. He does a phenomenal job at it, by the way. Have you watched any cards he does?
No.
He does a really good job, him and John Anik.
I might have. I just didn't realize it was him, maybe.
Paul Felder.
I usually don't listen.
I don't know why I talk with a Boston accent when I talk about Paul Felder, because they call him the Irish Dragon, but he's from Pennsylvania. But I feel the need, because he's the Irish Dragon, to be like, Paul Felder. He looks like fucking Pat.
Stats were, I know it's just numbers, but pretty,
Felder landed the better strikes.
Pretty close. Says James Vick had more significant ones.
I thought Felder landed the better strikes. You know how these stats are.
No, I know.
Dude, did I tell you about the time that they put up some fucking straight up blatant lied on some stats? There was a Holly Holm fight where the stats weren't correct. I forget which one it was. And we're not going to be able to figure it out on here, but Mike and I watched a fight one time. It was a Holly Holm fight. And I don't remember who. Oh, it was her versus Jermaine Durandamy. When Jermaine Durandamy cheated 2 times in the fight and she got warned and then cheated again after she got warned and never got disqualified.
Yeah.
She outstruck Jermaine Durandamy and even hurt her a couple times. And the stats weren't correct on that fight. I remember seeing the stats going in the last round, and I was like, these stats aren't fucking right. They fucked the stats up. But I don't know if that was their barometer for judging it, but if those were the real stats, they weren't true. That's biscuits.
Yeah, I seen Rogan talking about changing they gotta change the system, and that it's not a UFC thing. It's a athletic commission thing for each athletic commission. He says he thinks they need 5 judges, and they need live scoring or something like that.
I go back soon. I just got my gi and shit, and I'm signed up to go back to training. I'm gonna talk to Wall when I get back, when I see him again, and Mark. Frankie would know too, my boxing coach, but I want to get my judges and referees license.
Yeah.
They need judges that have at least trained. It would be better if they had guys that were high-level fighters judging, like retired fighters. I would love to do that shit, make a little extra cash. I'd be like, you ready? You ready? Now let's go bang it out. What would be my thing? What should I say?
Bang it out.
Remember? yo, I gotta have like a gesture when they say my name. And the referee for this fight is Evan Vega. And I just shake my dick. Like Baker Mayfield.
I'm trying to think of who's got. What are some of the ones that people?
Well, Mario Yamasaki does the fucking corny ass fucking thing.
Herb Dean,
Herb Dean goes like this.
Oh yeah.
Herb Dean, he does that, and then
Big John McCarthy's not even a ref anymore.
Fucking what's his name? Josh Rosenthal goes like this.
What about the dude with the one dude must be the
dude that looks like
dude must pull an axe out or something. He's got the freaking beard thing.
What did I say? Bang it out.
Yeah.
Yo, that's gonna be the name of this one. Bang it out. Yo, but fucking yeah, I gotta have something I say. Be like, all right, boys, do the damn thing. Let's go. Something fucking stupid, dude. Now, no, you know what I have to say? No. Be like, you boys get out here and sit on it. Yo, that'd be fucking funny. What does that say? You looked it up.
You can check. You have to fill out different applications for. If you want to be a judge, it's 100. If you want to be a referee, it's 100. But you gotta do different.
What? Can you save that to my computer? How'd you find that? Because I was looking for it. This is the perks of your brother being like a super genius fucking computer science guy. Because he just fucking finds shit. We're about to go into the dark web. Keeps it up.
New York government website.
Save that somehow so I can apply. But yeah, I would love to do that. Just, you know,
you'd be a timekeeper.
It's like I'm not like a fucking professional fighter or nothing, but it's like I wouldn't know how to judge a fight. I've been involved with it for so long. I know how to judge a fight. I know how to referee a fight. You know, when you got like Rogan, how he talks all the time about how like fucking judges will fucking lean in and ask him what the fuck is going on in front of him. The dude's got an armbar on a person. Like, how the fuck do you not know what an armbar is? You're judging an MMA fight. I just don't get it. But yeah, so finally on this card was the big controversy. Kane and Ngannou when they fought. At first, it looked like Ngannou didn't hit him with any shots, and then his knee buckled and he went down. But when you watch the replay, definitely fucking hurt him with an uppercut on the way in. Yo, Ngannou's fucking scary. I don't care what he was this. You want to know what's interesting?
Rogan hypes him up too much, though.
Rogan does hype him up too much, but you want to know what I fucking found interesting?
I guess it might be warranted.
Mike and I were talking about this. How he's one of the only fighters that straight up own the fact that he fought like shit in his fight before this against your boy, Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis does that too, though.
But no, he was literally like, he literally came out and said he was fucking scared. Like he felt the loss to Stipe kind of fucked him up.
Yeah.
And then he said when he fought against, fucked him up psychologically. And then he said when he fought against, when he fought against Derek Lewis, he said he was so like scared that he was like gonna fuck up or fight bad or whatever that he kind of just didn't do anything. And he was wicked honest about it. I can't remember what he said verbatim, but he's very candid, and I thought that was refreshing.
Yeah.
Because there's only a handful of guys that have ever done that. Dominic Cruz is one of the only guys that do it, right? But what I found so interesting about this fight with Kane was, he came out to fucking fight against Kane, dude. He's going after Kane, throwing punches. I was like, let's go. But Ngannou's fucking... If you can't take Ngannou down, that's a scary dude. I mean, Stipe beat him up on the feet and on the floor, but that's Stipe. But yeah, dude, I thought he came to fight. Watch, you'll see it. You'll see the replay. Ready? Right there. What? Yeah, that too. Right, that was it. Go back though. Do you see what he? What do you think Javier was talking about that? that open hand or whatever you fucking talk about, bitching about, it's right here. That, whatever that was, and then he hit him with that. Oh yeah, he definitely hurt him. He definitely knocked him out with that punch.
Yeah, but
that uppercut there, that dropped him.
I think his knee hurt more than the shot.
Yeah, I do. I agree. Well, that of course is going to hurt more.
I'm saying he wasn't like knocked out like he didn't know what was going on.
Your knee was bad at one point too, like really bad at one point, right?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't that fucking suck? My left knee's fucked up big time.
I think mine's on. Like he's
ready.
You can see him.
That's what he was talking about there, but this hurt him. Boom.
You can see him scream though, because his knee's hurting
his
him.
knee.
So I think. I mean, if you're rocked like that, you're not gonna realize that your knee.
It's a combination of both. But look, see this rich hand? That's what he was talking about. He bitched about it, but that uppercut was fierce though, and such a course. Then look at that, bap bap. And Ngannou's legit, dude. People can say what they want about him, but he's a fucking scary dude to fight. A guy that can hit you. I mean, it's a heavyweight division, but he can hit you at any moment, fast.
Yeah,
fast. Those punches come fast, faster. It's funny because he doesn't throw a lot of straight punches. They still get there though. And I like him too. He's a really sweet guy.
Yeah.
13-3, dude.
Who they gonna give him next?
Yeah, what do you think's next for him? I don't know what the rankings look like, but Stipe again? No.
Interim with someone.
Yeah, an interim title with the flyweights. Go back up. Oh no, it's right there.
He's number 2.
Oh, he's number 2.
Dark is Lewis is 3.
You know what they should do?
Blaze is 4.
They should do Brock and Ngannou.
I think that might have been a.
Oh yeah, Brock and Ngannou. Could you imagine that? Fucking Ngannou just fucking knocks Big's blockhead off.
I think that might have been a.
Was that a rumor or something?
Yeah. The last guy's got $450K for getting knocked out, though.
Is it worth it?
At the end of the day, I guess.
I'd fight Ngannou for $450K tonight.
Francis, I'd fight Francis for that much.
I'd fight Francis for $450K and then fucking just get decked, and then I would fucking quit my job and just use that $450K to fucking finish college.
I would just fake like I blew my knee out.
Nah, you know what I would do? I do an Iminyari roll. And try to grab his ankle and just get beat up on the floor and tap. Well, yeah, I don't know. Francis Ngannou versus Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think
he was just talking crap to him. I thought it was something legit.
Ngannou versus DC? Dude, what would you do if they did Ngannou versus DC? Dude, Stipe would fucking would dress up in his fucking firefighter gear and come to the UFC headquarters and just start breaking the door down with an axe.
Why don't they rematch it then? Ngannou and Stipe, and then I don't know who's Cormier gonna fight. Cormier wants a big fight, but there's no one.
Yo, Cormier and Ngannou would be huge.
What?
You know how much money that would make? He'd be like, "I'm coming to knock the chicken out of DC. He make chicken commercial. I'm gonna turn him into pulled chicken." What?
Yeah, DC's got money, so I don't know what. I mean, how much do you think he's gonna get, or who's he gonna fight? He's not Brock Lesnar. There's no way he can fight. I just don't think he. He's probably not.
I don't think Brock's coming back. So what do you think? What happens if Brock doesn't come back? Do they do Stipe versus Ngannou 2? Winner gets DC.
I don't know.
It's weird because look at the heavyweight division. All these dudes are old and need to go. Arlovsky's old, Overeem's old, Kane's old, DC's old, but he's still one of the baddest dudes on the planet. And you don't even know any of these. Marcin Tybura, he's trash. Justin Willis is trash. Oh, Tai Tuivasa is my boy, though. Out here fucking knocking dudes out and drinking booze out of a fucking shoe.
Cowboys. He drank out of Cowboys' boot. That's gross.
Dude, go back to the homepage. We'll go to the next one. But yeah, I mean, who knows? I can't make a fucking conclusion on what's going to happen to heavyweight. Who knows?
I mean, if they're going to do winner fights, Cormier, he might as well just pick which one he wants to fight because it don't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
I think he'd make more money fighting Ngannou than any of those guys besides Brock. I mean, Brock, that'd make a lot of money. We could skip that one.
So it's this one. Upcoming one.
So this is the fight card now, this upcoming one?
Yeah, let's check prelims. Prelims.
Yeah, go to the ones before that.
Early prelims?
Yeah. Go back.
Oh, you don't want to talk about Gina and Macy?
No. go down. Ooh, Johnny Walker fights. So, okay, we'll start with the bottom.
Oh, Diego.
UFC 235. Where's this fight taking place? Is it in Vegas, I think?
Yep.
Las Vegas, Anthony Smith versus John Jones. The early prelims don't really have much to offer on the fight card, but we're going to start with the regular prelims, and we're just going to run through these. And we're going to talk about what we think, break it down, and talk about our picks. You know what? I'm actually going to put down our picks. You and I are going to make picks on here. Actually, what time is it? What day is it?
26. Oh, this fight or today's date?
Oh, Deez is probably sleeping. This fucking... Who is this bitch? Anyways.
He's got time. It's only... You got till the weekend. Yeah. Are you going to see him?
No, I'll see him tomorrow. I'm going to write down our picks, and then we got to tinker with Excel so we can start keep a little spreadsheet going. We'll do it another day. I'll fuck with it. So we'll start with we'll do the picks all the way through because that one's pretty good. All right, so Diego Sanchez versus Mickey Gall. I can't believe Diego Sanchez is still fighting, but
I'm taking Mickey Gall on that one.
Why?
I think he's gonna submit him.
Ooh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey.
Some of these fighters I don't even know, so it's hard. I know these two, obviously, but
I'm picking Mickey Gall too. Mickey Gall's a better athlete. Mickey Gall has more paths to victory than Diego Sanchez does. Mickey Gall can wrestle. He's a legit brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He can strike. Unless Diego Sanchez can wrestle him down and hold him down and beat him up and not get submitted, I can't see Diego Sanchez win this fight. Diego Sanchez is getting long in the tooth. He only goes out there because he's a name. He hasn't evolved. He hasn't evolved as a fighter. He's always been the same fighter. I mean, he peaked when he fought BJ Penn.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that when he's fighting at 155 and shit? But this is at what, 170?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Mickey Gall in this fight. I think Mickey Gall finish him. That's what I think. And then Diego Sanchez needs to retire and just fully get one with the Lord. And be fighting with his inner demons. And then you got Cody Stamann versus Alejandro Perez. I haven't seen much of Cody Stamann. I've seen Alejandro Perez fight a couple times. I don't really have a prediction for that fight. I have a feeling that's going to be like a pick'em fight. Are they showing odds on these fights?
No, there's no odds yet.
No. I mean...
Should be out this week, though.
I want to say Cody Stamann's a wrestler. I think Alejandro Perez is more well-rounded, I want to say. I don't know. Do we got to pick? We're both taking Mickey Gall.
Yeah, I don't have a pick. I mean, I actually never seen either of them fight. I might have seen that Cody kid fight, though. And prelim, another card, but...
How about we just go with Alejandro Perez?
Yeah. That's my boy anyway.
He goes, that's my boy anyway. Yeah, right. You know who's my fucking boy? Fucking Jorge Masvidal. That's my fucking boy, dude. So, Johnny, this is an interesting fight. Johnny Walker is who we were talking about earlier, who might be my new favorite fighter. This is a short turnaround. He just fought. He's doing a quick turnaround. He's fighting Misha Serkinov. Now, this is an interesting fight. You want to know why? Misha Serkinov gets to test Johnny Walker's ground game. What's his nickname? Isn't it like Crusher or something? Or no, he's got a weird nickname like Moba or Mamba. They just call him Misha. But I thought someone gave him like some weird nickname. But Misha Serkinov takes dudes down. He's got a couple wins by submission or a lot of wins by submission, I'm pretty sure. He ground and pounds guys.
He's got 4 UFC submissions out of his 6 fights.
I wonder if the Johnny Walker train gets derailed by Misha Serkinov.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this guy. I don't know. He's lost his 2 losses.
Who did he lose to?
Glover Teixeira and Ozdemir, but he got knocked out both of them.
Both of those. You know what?
You don't know about Johnny Walker's.
Yeah, I don't know about it. See, but you know what my problem is, dude? Knowing what I know now about fighting, in training with dudes that could take me down, beat me up.
Talking about it,
dude. Like if the grappling, I have a hard time not picking against the grapplers, dude.
He's a black belt too.
Serkinov or Walker?
Serkinov.
I was gonna say because a lot of these dudes in South America, they all have black belts. Just because it's like the black belts get handed out a lot of times, dude. We don't think it's like we don't like this fucking stogie, dude.
You don't think it's like karate here? You know how
that's what I'm saying.
Everyone does karate.
I think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is like Taekwondo down there.
Right.
Don't be talking shit about Taekwondo. The whole Andy J come over here, throw those roundhouse kicks.
Andy J will get 2 chairs. Let's do a split on. Look at her. Look at her.
You know how close those 2 chairs would have to be together. Yo, I fucking love Andy J. That's my fucking dude. I'm taking Johnny Walker in that fight, bro. Taking Johnny Walker. So you want to know why? I do recall Serkinov likes to mix it up with dudes. If he mixes it up too long with Johnny Walker, he's going to get knocked the fuck out. Dude, Johnny Walker's last fight, he fought a whole boy. He hit him with a spinning back fist, almost knocked his eyeball out of his head. That shit was so. Then he tried to kick him in the head when he was on the ground.
Oh my god!
It was blatant too, and I'm like, so how is everyone going to jump all over Hardy? I had this conversation. Like, well, how come everyone's going to jump all over Hardy, who's inexperienced, when Johnny Walker's been fighting his whole entire life, dude? Johnny Walker hits that dude with a spinning back fist. The dude goes down. I swear to you, Johnny Walker aims for his chrome dome and tries to kick him in the face like it's Pride rules, but the dude moves and it hits him in the chest. Wow. When Rogan literally goes, "Oh, that was intentional. He's lucky it missed." I'm like, yo. But I'll take Johnny Walker that fight. I feel like the hype is real on Johnny Walker. He's a fucking beast, dude. And I was never sold on Misha Serkinov. It's one of those things where if Serkinov is smart and he can get into the floor, he could probably win the fight. If he tries to mix it up with him, he's gonna get hurt. Misha Serkinov, and your name's Misha, so I mean, unless you're a chick, like you can't have the name Misha, dude, out here. Well, what's his real name? Mikhail.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my boy Serkinov.
You're taking Misha?
Yeah, it's weird. John Walker fights out of England. That's kind of random. Go from Brazil to England.
Oh, go back to Misha's page. Go up a little bit.
He's 6'3", 77-inch reach.
Yeah, so he's got Johnny Walker, or I got Johnny Walker. Spencer's got Misha Serkinov. Let's go back and see what's next. I like Johnny Walker, man. I feel like the hype's real. If he can go on a run at 205, dude, he'll be at the title really quick, and he's not old either.
I already know.
Okay.
I already know who I got in this one.
Yeah, I already know who I got in this one, too. So we have the Matrix, the Dagestani Matrix, the Dagestani Neo. Zabit Magomed Shapirov is taking on Jeremy Stephens. So I 100% have Magomed Shapirov in this fight. And it's because Jeremy Stephens likes to bang it out with everyone, and I think he gets picked the fuck apart in this fight. He's going to get outclassed in this fight on the feet. And you know what sucks is we all overlook Jeremy Stephens and shit, and we're just like, yeah, fuck him, right? Like, but he's knocked out. He's beaten a lot of good dudes, dude. You always think he's going to lose, and then he fucks somebody up. But I really think, let me tell you something. You want to know why you got to praise Jeremy Stephens in this fight? He took the fucking fight.
Yeah.
It's been supposedly, from what I've heard, what I've read, it's been painstaking trying to get Magomed Shapirov fights because no one wants to fight him.
That's what I was saying about people.
No one wants to fight him. No, there's a lot of dudes that say, "Oh, no one wants to fight me," right? But
I know.
This is one of those cases where these dudes are fucking scared to fight this dude.
Especially because you're going to lose.
Remember, Yair Rodriguez was supposed to fight him like twice, and he wouldn't.
You're going to lose to him, and it's going to set you back because he's going to fight someone who's relatively.
Magomed Shapirov is nasty. Nasty.
He's definitely the best guy he's fought now.
Yeah, for sure.
Jeremy Stephens is going to be.
If he's impressive, against him, how old's Magomed Shapirov?
27.
Young.
His picture's hilarious. Like
he looks older than me. But yeah, he looks like he's in a fucking.
He's about to be 28.
Like a criminal in a TV show.
It looks old.
But fucking Magomed Shapirov, so skilled, so nasty. He can do it all. He can grapple. He can strike. His timing and his depth perception, like, he just knows how to move in and out. Like, you see guys dodge punches, but he's one of those dudes that's so good. He understands the distance to where he dodges the punch just enough to be right back in the pocket throwing punches at you. and his punches come lightning fast. I think he's going to run a clinic on Jeremy Stevens. It's a 3-round fight.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to win. I think he's going to win unanimously, 30-27. I think he's going to pick him the fuck apart on the feet. Do you think Jeremy Stevens goes for a takedown?
That's risky too. It
is risky.
He's not. I don't think he's a black belt or anything, but he's got a lot of his wins are submissions. He just won with a knee bar. Before that, he won with Anaconda. Before that, he won with the rear naked choke.
So we both have Magomed Shapirov. Yeah, I just don't. Again, I always look for. Michael and I talk about it all the time. You always want to look for one of the first things I look for is when I'm picking these fights is who has more paths to victory. I think that no matter where Jeremy Stevens takes that fight, he's going to be in danger. And I just think that he's going to be outclassed. I think Magomed Shapirov is a real danger in that division. What division is that? 145 or 145?
Yeah, 45. That's a good matchup for Holloway. He's bigger than he's taller.
I'd love to see Magomed Shapirov versus fucking what's his face? T-City, dude.
Oh yeah.
That'd be a crazy fucking fight. Him and T-City. Honestly, I like Brian Ortega, but I like the way Magomed Shapirov matches up against him better than the way he matches up against Magomed Shapirov.
Yeah. We'll have to see how he does against someone.
Magomed Shapirov throws faster. He's a way faster fighter, way more crisp striker.
Better grappler?
Well, he's not better. I don't think he's better at submissions, but I think his overall repertoire of grappling could possibly be better.
Yeah.
Because you got to get him to the floor. Well, to be fair, Ortega has been choking out dudes out standing up too, so it'd be an interesting fight. I'm a big fan. That was dirty. He should have shot that though. Well, he can't. I'm a big fan of Magomed Shapirov. I think he's gonna be fighting for a title someday.
Yeah.
If they could get him the guys.
I mean, eventually he's gonna get fight top 10, top 5 guys. I mean, you can't if you're top 5, you can't friggin'. I mean, what is it?
These guys gotta fight guys. Like, it's your job. Like, you get paid money to fight, and it's like these dudes don't want to fight them. Like,
I can see like a young guy not wanting to fight him because it might derail your career for a little bit, but
possibly.
Especially if you think he's
that.
If you think he's way more advanced than you, no, I wouldn't want to fight him.
Right. I feel you.
Not yet, at least.
At least you're honest about it. I get it though. If you're a young guy, it's like, here, go fight this fucking Dagestani ninja.
Yeah, no reason to force, anything.
Dude, Mike and I one night were talking about the fights over his house. We're like, dude, the Russians are fucking coming, bro. He goes, Mike and I were like, these fucking Russian dudes. I go, whenever Spencer and I talk about the fights or make picks on the fights or with Nate or whatever, I go, if I don't know two guys, if one dude sounds Russian or is a Russian, I'd pick them. I'm like, these Russian cats, that's all I do.
So I was taking that Serkinov guy.
The next fight is Cody Garbrandt versus Pedro Munoz. Now, Pedro Munoz is a very underrated and a well-rounded fighter.
Yeah.
Cody Hart, I always feel like I'm in a conundrum with Cody Garbrandt. Shout out to my boy Amran, because he dropped Cody Garbrandt back in the day. Anyways.
Did he?
Yeah, I think like in the amateurs or some shit. Knocked him out. I don't know if it's an amateur or professional fight. I'm not sure. But Pedro Munoz is a well-rounded fighter. He's an underrated fighter. He's young, isn't he? How old's Pedro Munoz?
32.
Oh, no, he's old?
Yeah.
What? I thought he was... Oh, no, okay. You are right. How old's Garbrandt?
27.
God, he's still young. See, I'm in a conundrum when it comes to Garbrandt because I never can get a beat on what Garbrandt I think is going to show up. Like, is the world beater Garbrandt going to show up? Or is the fucking spazzing out, acting like I'm a 14-year-old fucking jock bullying kids on a playground? Is that guy? Is the bro going to show up? Yo, you ever see the episode of Ultimate Fighter where he's fucking drunk with his team and he's like, he keeps saying, hanging with the boys.
No.
Dude, it's too much. He's like, dude, you need to find that. He's drunk. Dude, he says, hanging with the boys like 30 times. Every 2 seconds, hanging with the boys. Yo, he's fucking funny, dude.
Hanging with the boys. Where's Greed on that sexy Lexi? I want a sexy Lexi. I'm man. You know it. Hanging with the boys. Hanging with the boys.
He's such a bro, dude. I wish Darren was in. I wish Darren would see that. Darren messaged me and goes, dude, Evan, he goes, what's a bro? Right? So I started breaking down what a bro is to him, and he goes, I think it's fucking hilarious that you can actually break down in depth what a bro is and all this shit. But yeah, dude, Garbrandt cracks me up. Well, the best things I ever heard in my entire life was when Garbrandt was fighting Cruz, and they're about to fight, like it's like 2 days out, and he goes, listen, bro, he's like on such and such a date. He goes, I'm just going to make a random date. He goes, I've never chased pussy in my entire life. He goes, and I'm not about to on March 17th or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Cruz just goes, what the fuck is he talking about? And he goes, yeah, you know what I'm talking about and all this shit. The kid's nuts. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Munoz is a well-rounded fighter. Do you have his pulled up?
Yeah.
I mean,
Just beat Brian Caraway first round, TKO.
he beat Rob Font, who's a really tough fighter. Rob Font's been knocking people the fuck out. But I mean, he lost to John Dodson. I feel like he's the better athlete. He's way faster.
Way more well-rounded.
I would say that Munoz can't take him down.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because I know.
And so
He stands with people too, Munoz.
Munoz is tough as nails. Oh, you got him side by side?
No, these are just.
I would say I think that Garbrandt's gonna win this fight by decision. It's a 3-round fight, maybe by knockout. Yeah. But how do you feel about Garbrandt? How do you feel about Garbrandt's future? Like, he's not big enough to fight at 145, so he's got to stay down at 135. I don't know. Oh, that was dirty.
I'm taking Munoz. I think.
You taking Munoz?
Garbrandt coming off the. Dropped twice.
Hanging with the boys too much.
Got dropped twice. Might not be.
I don't know. I can't see a scenario where Munoz beats him.
Taking him.
That's fucking funny. So how do you think Munoz is going to win?
I don't know.
Unanimous decision? Peruvian necktie?
I don't think it... I was going to say, I think it won't go decision, but if it doesn't go decision, that means what's the name probably knocked him out.
Garbrandt. Yeah, it's just Garbrandt's just a weird cat when it comes to fighting. It's like it's either he goes Super Saiyan on somebody or you just don't know what you're going to get.
He needs the one that can't lose 3 straight. All right.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is a need.
Dirk's been playing way too many minutes. I've been noticing, though. Dirk's been in the game the whole time for some reason.
Listen, Dirk's a fucking... Cause I'm telling you, he's looking to fight somebody. Watch.
But yeah, he needs... And you can't lose 3 straight.
Yeah, if he loses 3 straight, he's going to be in trouble, dude. He's got that beautiful wife and baby and shit. He's going to be out there chasing pussy and shit.
Hanging with the boys.
Hanging with, yeah. If he loses 3 straight, he'll have so much more time to hang with the boys. But yeah, so Spencer's taking taking Pedro Munoz, and I'm taking Cody Garbrandt. I like Garbrandt. I just think he's too good of a fighter. Pedro Munoz is getting a real opportunity here to play spoiler, but I don't see it happening. And then, I mean, I have never watched, I'm going to be honest, I've never watched Weili Zhang fight. In my entire life.
She's gotta be bad, right?
She's gotta be good if she's getting a Tisha Torres fight. We gotta pull this bitch up, dude. She might be a hashtag bad bitch. Or what was it? Do nothing. She's not a do nothing bitch, right? We'll ask my sister if she's a bad bitch or not.
Doesn't even have a wiki,
right? We'll ask her if she's a bad bitch or not. See her tell you. Oh, dude, yo, listen, yo, you know this is serious when you got to bust out the Sure Dog website to find somebody. This chick is 18-1. What's her name? Oh, she got a nickname?
Magnum.
Magnum. Yo, you know she's knocking bitches out. Go down.
She got 9 TKOs, 7 submissions.
Oh, the cops are going. You hear that?
Yeah.
It's going down out here in the friggin' Fulton streets, dude.
She just beat Jessica Aguilar with an arm bar.
Oh, so she's already fought in the UFC.
Yeah, 2 fights. She beat Danielle Taylor and that Jessica chick.
See, the problem is Tisha Torres is the type of broad that gives fighters fits because she's super active.
Yeah.
She moves all... Oh, Dirk's money. Oh, she moves all over the place. She's like boop, 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 moving in and out, doing a little kickboxing thing. So, like,
I have to watch a little highlight of Magnum.
Yeah, we got to pull up Magnum. You got to pull this broad up, dude. I want to see her. Dude, what if she just hit someone? Like, remember back in the Fallout? The old Fallout games, you get the power fist?
Yeah.
That's what she got. She got the power fist.
Well, we can watch her in her last fight. Let's see what happens.
Well, the Mavericks fall to the Clippers. These fucking Clippers can make the playoffs, dude. Oh, she's in shape. That's for sure.
Yeah, you can see it in
God.
pictures.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh! Oh, look at this ground and pound, dude. Yo, we might have to pick the Magnum on this one, dude. Jesus Christ.
What a dude was that on?
Is that a guy? She's like, this is for all the times you boys spit at me in the playground. What?
Oh, my God.
Jesus. No, she's built for endurance, I'll tell you that. I ain't mad at that butt. Oh, look, the guillotine here. Oh, she pulls the guillotine. This girl can fight, man. Oh, look at that. That's a palm. That's a palm to palm. She put that. Yo, that's savage. That's a high-level guillotine right there.
Straight from China, too.
He goes straight from China, too. Is that where she's from, China?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think...
Ooh, look at... What?
Train MMA like
this
that in China?
This girl can fucking fight. Oh.
I wonder where she trained.
Oh, look at... She got a gas tank. Look, she's like, look at her biting down on her mouthpiece. She's like, my father told me, you disgrace. My father told me to beat your ass. Remember doing Shanghai Nights? They're always talking about Fada. Fada wouldn't want you to do this. Oh, that last punch. Oh, she goes, sit down. I don't like how she's just backing up all the way to the fence instead of actually defending. Oh, holy fuck. Yo, is this our new favorite female fighter? Look at that elbow. Bam. Look at her butt jiggle. Jesus.
How tall is she? Probably short. 5'4".
5'4"? It's not too short.
Yeah, it's not.
What weight is that?
115. She got to cut some weight.
Yeah, she's a big girl for 115. Yo, is this our new favorite female fighter?
Where is she training?
Yo, I'm so happy we looked at this shit. What is it?
Black Tiger
Yo,
Fight
this is
Club?
like some straight Kumite shit. The Black Tiger Fight Club. Where's it at? Fucking A.
But you don't see, I didn't think, you don't see many Chinese fighters.
Dude, this has got to be Dirk's last year. It has to be. Yeah, they're all clapping. Dirk's got to be retiring soon. Look, his last time playing in the Clippers Stadium.
It's definitely their last game with them. So,
dude, how amazing is Dirk Nowitzki, man? He's one of my favorite players ever.
Was this must be the last game ever? He's playing way too many minutes. What the hell? Why is he still in?
But yeah, dude, yo, I'm sorry. After this fight footage we watched, we gotta go straight uneducated for a second and just take this chick. You taking Zhang? Because I'm taking Zhang.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking Zhang. Dude. At least Tisha Torres have a nice little booty fucking draping all over.
Yeah, I'll take Zhang.
Oh, this is where we get to the fucking...
I got Robbie Lawler on this one.
What's interesting is we gotta pick these fights. Ben Askren versus Robbie Lawler. How awesome is this matchup?
I don't know. We'll see how awesome it is.
Why? Why are you talking like that? What do you think's gonna happen?
I mean, people get way too much credit before anything happens. It annoys me so much.
Yo, Spencer's like, fuck Ben Askren.
No, but then
Ben Askren's a bitch.
Yeah, Joe Rogan just got him so many fans that don't know anything about anything.
Rogan's like, Ben Askren will bear crawl all the way from his state to your state, crawl into bed, cradle you and pin you on top of your wife, then bang your wife while he stares you down like Dan Henderson back in the day.
But literally, like, all Robbie Lawler, his whole training camp could literally just be about wrestling. I mean, it's not like he needs to train, you know what I mean? It's not like he's, I don't know. Obviously, you can't prepare for someone as good as they say he is. Robbie Lawler's got good takedown. You know, this isn't just straight wrestling, so.
For me, this is the hardest fight on the card to pick.
Yeah.
Robbie Lawler has more paths to victory.
Oh, yeah. Lawler's fought better dudes. Askren hasn't fought better guys yet.
But you can't. That wrestling, though, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I think he could do that to almost everybody. Almost everyone. I think he could do that, to everyone in that division except for the two dudes above them.
Yeah.
Dude, Montrezl Harrell, 32 fucking points. Jesus fuck.
Dirk couldn't guard him. Just kidding. I know what's going on.
So, I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
In this fight, Robbie Lawler does a really good job circling around guys and moving and making sure he always likes to lead by controlling the outside portion of a guy's lead foot. So a lot of times what Robbie Lawler likes to do is Robbie Lawler likes to keep his forward foot. He fights good in both stances, right? What he often likes to do is he likes to keep the outside foot dominance. So whatever way a guy's facing him, he faces them with the opposite stance. So his lead foot's on your lead foot, and he tries to beat you to the punch in your movement. Most guys have a tendency to move to whatever side, move to whatever direction their lead foot is. So if you're standing, a lot of southpaw guys move to their right and vice versa. I don't know why that is, but a lot of dudes do it. Yeah. He tends to try to beat you to the punch on your movement. So he likes to move side to side. Problem with that is when he does that, he has to keep a close enough distance to you. His fighting style, he uses his footwork to stay within a specific range of you. It's not to stay away from you. Robbie Lawler's footwork.
Right.
Robbie Lawler's footwork, he uses it to create traps and get in on you so he can throw punches at his distance. Problem is, Robbie Lawler kind of has a wide stance. Robbie Lawler's got a great small sprawl, good defensive boxing. Ben Askren's going to have opportunities to get in there on a takedown.
Right.
Get in there on some single legs. So I wonder what Askren's approach is going to be to this fight. Because you never know what you're going to get with Lawler. Sometimes Lawler uses that pressure to stay, like I said, where he wants to be and strike at you from his distance and set things up, right? Where he could corner you and land shots on you. Or sometimes Robbie Lawler comes out and just goes right after you and just starts running. Remember, what fight was it where he just stormed out in the first round and just started unloading? And I'm like, if he doesn't finish him here, he's going to gas out. Was it the second? Was it the second, who's the bearded lady there that everyone hates? The second time he fought Johnny Hendricks, remember?
Oh, yeah. The
bell dinged, and Robbie Lawler just goes right across the cage. He starts unloading on him, and we're all screaming at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I mean, it'll be a tough fight for both of them, I guess.
And I think that Robbie Lawler will win the fight via unanimous decision.
Lawler will win decision?
Yeah. Because I think that even if Askren gets him down, I think Robbie Lawler can stand back up too on occasion.
I think it's stupid that they're giving Askren and Robbie Lawler first. I mean, the UFC wants him to win their first fight. You want him to win his first fight.
If you were carried to build the brand, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I wonder, I don't know,
if he does win this, it probably gives him even more.
Dana White has proven time and time and again that he's not uncomfortable with making shit personal.
You think he wanted this fight? He wants him to lose?
Ben Askren called him out about it at the press conference.
Yeah, I seen that. I thought that was kind of weird for Askren. It's like Askren, was almost saying
But
that.
Ben Askren will fight anybody, though.
No,
He's just picking on Dana. But yeah, I mean, I do think Ben will probably get a takedown or two. But I think people are sleeping on Robbie Lawler. Even when he's been taken down, has always had the ability to get back up. I think people will be surprised at his scrambling ability and his defense. And I think he's either
stronger, like grappling wise, stronger.
I don't think he's. I don't think he's
when you get in there.
I don't think he's physically stronger than Ben. He might be. I wouldn't take a venture to guess that he's physically stronger than Askren, but I would say that the Robbie Lawler that fights now, that we see now, is way, way, way more intelligent and way more well-rounded of a fighter than he was when we were kids and when he was young. And I think because of his well-rounded ability, and Robbie Lawler always finds a way against most dudes to make it into his type of fight. And I think Robbie Lawler's going to win. I think he'll keep him at bay enough and get enough stops on those takedowns, and I think he'll knock him out or maybe go to a decision. It's rough. I don't know. Can I ever remember a fight where Robbie Lawler got taken down and held down? Johnny Hendricks couldn't do it. Johnny Hendricks is just as good a wrestler, probably. I mean, Ben Askren was Olympian, gold medalist and shit, but.
I heard Cejudo say that they were Olympians, but that was the worst years of wrestling that the country's ever had.
I'm going Lawler.
Yeah, me too.
I have to do it. He's the more well-rounded fighter. He has more paths to victory, and I think that there's only, let's be real here. Let's stop being cute about it. There's only one elite fighter that he's fought, and that's Douglas Lima. And Douglas Lima gave him a hard time, and I think Robbie Lawler's going to beat him. We got next.
Main event or not main event? Co-main event.
So this one's simple for me. Carl Usman can fight, but I think Tyron Woodley is a more polished and a better version of Carl Usman. I think Kamaru Usman has some similarities to Woodley, but I think their approach to fighting is totally different, mentally and strategically. I think Woodley knocks him the fuck out first or second round. Usman's cocky. He's going to come in thinking he can do X, Y, Z. He really thinks. I feel it. I feel a sense that he thinks he could do whatever he wants to Woodley. He says he's going to do whatever he wants with Woodley. He's going to be. I think Woodley's faster. I think Woodley's stronger, and he's 100% more well-rounded. I think Woodley's going to fucking blast him. I think Woodley knocks him out first or second round. I'm done picking against Tyron Woodley, by the way. Pull up that Apex, bro.
No. But
I'm taking Tyron.
Yeah, I would take Tyron anyway.
Darren will love that. I think Tyron Woodley's going to go out there. I think he's a smarter fighter. I think he's a more well-rounded fighter. I think he's a better fighter. And he's a better. I don't think he takes him down at all. I don't think he takes Woodley down once. I think Woodley beats the shit out of him. That's what I think. I think he takes Marty to school.
Marty.
Dude, did you see that video?
Yeah.
Dude, Ben Askren goes, "Oh, my boy Marty over here." And then he gets in his face. He goes, "Do you know me?" He goes, "Yeah, it's Marty." And all this shit. He's like, you get wrestler and all this stuff. Ben Askren fucking kills me, dude. But yeah, I'm taking Woodley all day in this fight. Kamaru Usman can fight. He's physically imposing. He's strong. He can wrestle. But I was never sold on him. Like, he beat a couple good guys to get here, but
right.
Yeah, I'm taking Woodley all day. First or second round knockout. And you're taking Woodley or Usman?
Oh, Woodley. I don't really like want to make a pick because I don't know much about Usman, but
he's just wrestles.
For some reason, I've never watched him fight. I haven't been able to watch fight cards recently, but I don't know.
And last but not least, Johnny Bones Jones.
It's kind of hard not to pick.
Versus Anthony Smith. Well, we can lay out a case for Anthony Smith, though.
He's big like him. He's 6'4".
Well, you know what's interesting? Anthony Smith's only got an inch more reach than I do.
Yeah, so he's
which I found that fucking odd because he looks longer than he is. So everyone's fucking favorite fighter for some reason. I get it. I mean, he's so fun to watch. Make no mistake about it. John Jones is so fun to watch. He's amazing. I love watching him fight, see what he's going to do, but I can't stand John Jones. He's so fucking annoying. But I'm picking John Jones to win the fight. There's a part of me that wants to run and bet $200 on Anthony Smith, though, because he's such a fucking massive underdog. What can you say about John Jones? Uberly well-rounded.
Yeah.
The athleticism's there. The intelligence is there. The cerebral, he's got that. He wants to hurt you. He's got that gene in him. He's just probably the best fighter we've ever seen fight MMA, I would say. What do you think? I think he's probably the best fighter ever.
Probably, yeah. I wish.
The only thing that you could critique about John Jones is I would say he does not have elite boxing power. Like, if he squared up and boxed with dudes, he doesn't have elite punching power, I would say. At least he's never really displayed it. Way more paths to victory for John Jones.
Yep.
Just think he's that good. Now, the case I'll make for Anthony Smith is extremely underrated. Anthony Smith also is a very unorthodox fighter. He's unpredictable. He throws punches at weird angles. A lot of his punches come from funky angles. Watch these punches he throws on Shogun here. We're watching Run It Back Shogun versus Anthony Smith. Shogun's one of my all-time faves, which is sad. So here's some things with Anthony Smith. As you watch this, he's got good footwork when he moves on guys, right? What else is interesting? See, he's got good footwork. And you're going to need footwork against John Jones because John Jones kind of plots forward. So what bodes well for him is he's going to have an advantage in the footwork. I think he's deceptively fast. I think when you see him fight, I think he's moving a lot faster than he really is. I think to most people he looks slow.
Yeah.
I think a lot of fighters think he looks slow. He just looks like, you look at his face, he just looks like a guy that's just, if you met him on the street, you'd be like, yeah, he's in shape and shit, but he looks like the type of dude that, look how fast he threw that punch. He's deceptively fast. If I was him, you're not better than John in any specific area probably, right? You don't have an athleticism advantage. John is more of a patient fighter than he is an aggressive fighter. If he gets you hurt, he'll be aggressive. And when he actually gets a hold of you, he's aggressive. But John shows time and time again that he's okay with taking his time and being patient, using his long arms and walking in on you and just picking his shots until he gets a hold of you and then he ragdolls you, right?
Yeah.
If I was Anthony Smith, see, look at the angles he throws. See, he throws weird angled punches. That was an elbow there. Now watch when they show this in slow motion. This is such a savage knockout. He doubles up on the combination and throws a fucking elbow. The kid's a nasty fighter. Nate and I disagree on this. I think he's a dangerous fucking fighter. He's one of those guys, whenever he's in the cage, he's a threat to beat anybody, in my opinion. He's a dangerous fighter.
Yeah, what's gonna stop? How's he gonna stop like a clinch though?
Yeah,
John
it's gonna
Jones
be rough.
clinch
John,
him,
he's
take him
not.
down.
He's not more skilled than John in any area. I don't think at all. But he's a dangerous fighter. He's got this. Every now and then, guys come along and they have something about him. Now they're gonna show the replays. Watch when he doubles up. I'm a big Anthony Smith fan as a fighter. Watch when he doubles up on this. Ready? Well, right in the throat.
Right,
But he got caught with a shot, though. That's another thing is I've said this. His striking defense is bad. He lets dudes hit him. Ready? Watch this, though. Ready? Bap! That.
Clipped him with it, too.
Boom. But, yeah, so what I would do if I was Anthony Smith is you're not going to go 5 rounds with John Jones. He's probably going to finish you within that 5 rounds unless you're DC. And even the second time he fought DC, he finished him.
Yeah.
If I was Anthony Smith, I would fucking go straight across that cage and I would just go berserk mode and I would just try to put John away. Or at least I would try to be in John's face and put the pressure on John. I agree with Anthony Smith. A lot of dudes are beat when they get in the cage with John. He's so big. He's so physically imposing. He's got that long, that reach. And dudes let him plot forward on them. He comes at you like a fucking praying mantis. He just comes at you. He's grabbing at your hands. He's picking you apart. If I was Anthony Smith, I'd get right in his face and try to make it a bloody, ugly fight. That's what I would try to do. What else are you going to do? Are you just going to stand around and play John's game? Like, if he can make the fight like this, he's got a shot to hurt him. John's been hurt in fights.
Yeah.
DC's hurt him. Gustafsson's hurt him. The kid's nasty, too. He fights good in close quarters. Dude, there's such a big part of me who wants to take Anthony Smith. I want to bet money on him. This is the first time in a while I've picked against John. I've wanted to pick against John. I mean, I want to pick against John every time, but this is the first time I'm kind of like...
Makes sense, you think, kind of?
Yeah, there's something about the way this kid fights. I just like... There's something about him. He's a dangerous fighter. It's like, could this be the dude that upsets John? Or do you think John's just going to... I forgot he fought Hector Lombard.
He must used to fight at 185 or something.
Yeah, he was fighting at 185
He wasn't ranked at all when he fought Shogun.
No. You know what's interesting about right now at 205? John's got to fight a lot of dangerous dudes. Guys that aren't super well-rounded, but they're dangerous. So Anthony Smith, in my opinion, is a well-rounded fighter. He's got good submission skills and he can strike, right? But he's dangerous as fuck. Look at those elbows.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck. If he can make... See what's going on right here? These highlights we're seeing, if he can turn the fight into that, he has a shot. In my opinion. You can't play John's game. You got it. Remember the first fight with John and DC? Even though there's a lot of John Jones humpers out there, DC did a lot of good stuff in that first fight.
Yeah, look at this.
And remember the first 2 rounds of the second fight? DC was laying a lot of shots on John.
He just got caught.
But and I thought he was winning that fight up until he got caught, right? Dead. Like, the kid can fight, man. He can fight. You want to know what I love about him?
Yeah, see, because he's gonna get hit too, though. See what happens.
You know what I love about him is, I love how he's really okay with the fact that no one believes he's got a chance.
Yeah,
that's the most interesting thing. He's like not beat up about it. He's like, no one's ever believed in me ever. That's what he said on the thing. He's like, no one's ever believed in me. I felt so bad when he said that. I'm like, that's so sincere. He goes, no one ever believes in me. I'm like, what? But look, he just looks built to fight, too.
His reach is weird, though.
Isn't it weird? It's deceiving, right? But, like, he gets to you, though. Look at it. He just gets to guys. Bat. Rashad Evans needs to stop fighting, by the way.
I think he is done.
Oh, look at boom, boom. But yeah, I think he's a dangerous fighter. He throws punches at weird angles, knees. He keeps coming. Oh, God, I got to pick John Jones because it's John Jones, but I'll be rooting for this kid big time.
Yeah, I got John Jones, too.
Yeah, I got John Jones. He's got to make it a dog fight. See how he's going after these dudes? He's got to make it that fight. He's got to make it nitty-gritty, nasty. He's got to get in there, and he's got to not play John's game. If you stay on the outside with John, he's going to pick you apart, and then he's going to get you cornered, and he's going to fucking hurt you, take you down, beat you up. You can't play that shit. Yo, if Anthony Smith beats John Jones, I'm going to fucking send him an email and be like, listen, fuck.
Email?
I'm sending you I'll send you some, I'll pull a Brian Callen, I'll send you some cheese and wine.
Oh, God.
But, yeah. Well, what's on the horizon? What's on after that? What's up coming up? Is it show it or no?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there you go. That's your boy right there, dude. Who you got in that? Black Beast?
I don't know. Gotta take Lewis.
Lewis versus Dos Santos? What else on that? That card sucks already. That card's trash.
Are you serious?
Ain't no one watching that.
Oh, no one's watching Drew Dober?
Yo, Drew Dober looks like a kid you'd get to mow your lawn. What else we got? We got Till versus Masvidal. I'm looking forward to that fight. Two of my current faves, Till versus Masvidal's. I would love to kick him with Masvidal, just hit the streets of Miami, dude. Yo, he's growing his hair out. Have you seen him?
No.
Dude, his hair's past his shoulders. I can't wait. Dude, that's going to be a really good fight. I mean, I love Masvidal. I'll take Till in that fight. Till's another dude who knows how to use his range really well. I think with his physical tools and the range and the skill set, I think he probably beats up on Masvidal.
Yeah, it's like 3 weeks away.
And then we got Thompson versus Pettis. God, I don't even know what to think of that fight. Barboza versus Gaethje. And then the Diamond, baby. Yo, let's go. Yo, let's go. I'm so fucking pumped for that. Let's just hope no one gets hurt because Poirier gets hurt all the time, too. These little... Poirier's that dude that gets these nagging injuries where it's like, oh, can we just schedule the fight for 3 more weeks? My toe's broke or something. I don't fucking know. Like, I got a fucking yeast infection. Like, who the fuck knows? But yeah, so any fights you're looking forward to, dude? What fights you looking forward to?
Oh, no, I'm not really looking forward to anything.
I'm not looking forward to life.
Anything, yeah.
Anything in general. Well, they keep making you work on Saturdays.
Yeah, I had a couple Saturdays off. I'm friggin'
could
quit that job anyway.
Dude, I can't wait for you to quit that job. That's gonna be great. You get to fucking sleep in. Dude, Hawkeye's shutting it down. He's gonna be leaving, dude. Are you nervous about leaving?
No.
Not at all?
Nah. I think it'd be good.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait. Once Adam gets settled down and all this shit, I'm probably gonna move out there with him.
Yeah.
He wants me to. He won't leave me alone about it. I go, if I like it, I'll consider it. He's like, just read. Adam's like, just read this book. It'll change your mind. Fucking. But yeah, dude, I'm pumped. We're gonna come up and visit you.
Yeah.
How long you plan on going to school there?
2 years. 2 years. Yeah. I don't need that many credits. I think I need less than. What's the average? I don't know how many average credits. I think I need like. Trying to think.
Well, how does that work? Do you, like, for example, I need 60 credits to graduate from my college. How does that work? Do you need 60 credits each time to go to the next stage?
You need 120 something for bachelor.
To go to grad school.
Yeah, you need 120 something to get your bachelor's. But I've gotten more than 60 from here. So I only need like 40 something, I think.
There you go, dude. It won't be long.
Because I think I got 70 something at Cuga. That transfer over, so.
Dude.
Because it's been taken forever, so I've taken other classes that I need while I've been waiting to take the other ones I need to graduate. So
I have a plan too for your birthday next year. You watch. You can drop that care package off up at your school, dude. You laugh. You think it's all fucking fun and games. You think it's all fun and games until a PS5 just lands at your door.
But yeah, I have to figure out, like, you know, if I have a lot of kids at that school have a job lined up. So if I have one lined up, I got to make a decision of getting a master's or taking a job. Which I feel like if I had a job lined up, I could, maybe not. But if you go get your master's, you might not have that job lined up, so you have to get another one. But
well, my thing is, what normal jobs do you have in mind to plan on doing once you graduate? Like, what are you going to do just to have money until you decide what you really want to do with yourself? Like, what jobs can you get with your degree? Like, what are you looking into doing?
Probably some sort of software engineer job, but you can do a lot of stuff. Even Kerry's son, he just works at some office building, making 65 grand starting out. Or whatever.
Yeah, Kerry's son, the dude who somehow became a fucking computer engineer and never did math.
Yeah.
What was that? It was because he got money?
No, it's because he's got the bachelor or the BA arts, Bachelor of Arts degree.
Listen, you guys are all consider yourselves lucky because I'm not gonna be done with school until I'm $100,000 in debt and fucking trying to get my PhD, crying in the fucking corner.
So what do you need at least to get a decent job? Master's?
In order for me to actually work in the field as a clinician, under a clinician, I need a master's. Which which means I can work under the guise of clinician, which means I could take like jobs like like an assistant, the psychologist. I can also take smaller jobs, like for example, if I get my master's, I could become a school psychologist.
That wouldn't be bad. You could end up. I mean,
they make decent money, but like I could be like you're basically a psychologist at a college campus or a high school.
Right. Those are probably getting. I feel like they're probably putting more emphasis on those nowadays.
What's that?
So those are probably more emphasis on those nowadays because of what's
Well, because
they're worried about kids' feelings.
I love how it took this long for people to understand your psychology and get fucking jacked up. Your fucking psyche. Mental health is underserved, man. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's what I want to do. I'm taking it one step at a time. Like when I'm done at Oswego.
So what can you do if you after Oswego? Could you get a job doing anything or not much?
I mean, not much. I mean, with my bachelor's degree from Oswego, I'll be able to get like better jobs in general than I could get. I could get like managerial jobs.
Oh yeah, because you have a degree.
Like I got a degree, I could apply for better jobs than just like what I do.
But now, you couldn't. There's not much to do in a psych field with the.
I gotta at least get my master's in order to actually work in the field for real. Pretty sure.
There's gotta be probably something, nothing like worth it, probably.
Huh?
So there's probably something you could do, but it might not be worth it.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep going to school. They were like be a fucking counselor probably, or like a fucking what would you say, social services worker or something. I don't fucking know, but I'm not. I want to be a clinician. It's gonna cost me money, but for right now, that's what I want to do. I mean, listen, dude, it's gonna cost me next to nothing to get my bachelor's degree between Oswego and there. So like, it's at the end of the day, it's worth it.
You gotta do like certifications, don't you? Stuff like that.
Yeah, there's testing and certifications you gotta do and things like that. I gotta talk to Dr. Thomas because I gotta see. I'm like, should I be taking like a fucking SAT? Or anything like that? Do those even really matter? I know Frontelli took his SATs. I'm like, listen, smart ass.
From high school, he took it?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think if you're already in, you don't need it. If you're already, you have your 4-year degree, you'll be fine.
Yeah, exciting. I'm hoping that we can pound out way more podcasts once you're done at Price Chopper. We can just fucking start banging them out. Get ready for fucking football. Yo, you know what we need to do next week? We got to watch the fucking, me and Anton got to watch the Combine. Combine starts this week. Oh, no. It's this week. Combine starts this week. Tomorrow. Today.
You guys will have to meet up.
What time is it over there?
1:22.
Jesus. So, yeah, the Combine starts today.
What time you got school?
I got to be there at 11.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad. But, yeah, got to be there at 11. So, again, long time. It's been a little while since we've done a podcast because we've been busy. School's, for me at least, school's back in the swing. But pretty soon, once Spencer decides to shut down the old pea chop and get ready for greener pastures, we're going to start pumping more out. This is our first time live. Hopefully everything came through good, and hopefully everyone enjoys the fights this weekend. It is this weekend, isn't it? The first.
Yeah. Short month. February is short month.
February is a short month.
So 2 days.
I just want to plug our sponsors, Bronze Images, best tan on the East Coast. We're also sponsored by Ultimate Athletics, one of the best fight teams in New York. We're also sponsored by the Wolfpack. Wall, shout out. Hopefully, they have Joe Wall on the podcast. We're also sponsored by the Illuminati, the Bilderberg Group,
Lamborghini Illuminati.
Illuminati Lamborghini. We're also sponsored by Colty Plays. Shout out to Colty Plays. Got any plugs you want to hit up, Spence?
Nah, got nothing.
You won't plug your name on PlayStation.
Hybrid Spend.
Maybe
maybe in 2K.
We're also sponsored by DZ Worldwide. DZ's out there somewhere. Probably sizzling a New York strip steak on his back porch in the middle of the night. Dude, I messaged Nate earlier and he goes, I go, New York strip steak? Because I was at the store. And he just texted me back, goes, top 3 cut of meat.
No, he didn't.
Dude, he uses top 3 cut of meat right there. And I was fucking dying laughing. But, dude, I was fucking dying.
3.
Yeah, so hopefully Wednesday I'm going to be having my buddy Shane on. who's a friend. I've been friends with him since, God, I don't know how long we've been friends with Shane, since we were like 10. Known Shane my entire life. He's a really, really interesting cat. He's been through a lot. He has a lot of funny opinions on shit, and in a short period of time, he's gone all the way smack dab to the bottom, and now he's doing a lot better now. He's trying to get his life in order and things, and we've been talking a lot. I've been there for him, and, you know, you always got to help a friend out. So I'm always hitting him up and stuff like that. Like, I care. It's my guy. You know, it's like life takes you in weird ways, right? It's just so weird sometimes. But he's doing a lot better. I'm going to have him on Wednesday. He wants to come on and just talk about what it's like growing up around here in shitty-ass Fulton, talk about his life. I told him, we can talk about whatever you want, dude. We can go wicked dark if you want. We can talk about anything. You can tell us about what, you know, the darkest points of the past 5 years have been, all that shit. I go, as long as you're comfortable talking about it, we'll talk about it. So, yep, this is episode 13, by the way. Most podcasts supposedly, on average, only do 13 episodes, so let's make sure that we keep doing them. All right, so everyone have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.